Okay, so like I said, we're gonna start. So we're gonna start again from the beginning. So, what's with your? So, what is a Lythero then? Lythero.
I have no idea. All I done was I was really, really sick of the last username that I had, which was Link3 Kikiri, which I made up whenever I was like 13. And it was just like, oh, this is the best name ever! Link and Kokiri, it's the best! And whenever I got to like 20 years old, I was like, this really isn't all it's cracked up to be. So I literally spent about a couple of months trying to think of any sort of name that had nothing to do with any other franchise, and I just came up with Lythero. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a name. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's my name now. And that's it. There's no actual meaning. Some people thought it was cool how it kind of looks like Light Hero. I didn't even notice that until after they told me, and I loved it. So it's kind of stuck ever since.
Oh my God! You've got a trademarkable name. That is bloody sick. Damn! Why didn't I think of that?
If you look closely, there's actually an R in a circle. It's a registered trademark now.
Oh, man!
Actually, how the hell do you do that? Yeah, because I know apparently if you don't get that little circle and the thingy bob, it's not actually proper copyrighted.
There you go. The race is on.
That's the patent
Somebody
office.
else gets it, then they get it.
Okay then. Okay, guys. Right. The next point. Yeah, like I said, we gotta pop these out because obviously we're gonna run it back with Mike before we get to the main meat of the subject. So, you're from Northern Ireland, isn't it?
Yes, Northern Ireland. Specifically Armagh.
Armagh.
Nice.
I've heard that name before. And yeah, because I think you're like the second guest we got from Northern Ireland, and because the first one we had was Used for Glue, a very, very formidable, was it Mortal Kombat player, and he's got to do with Justice. Apparently, from what he tells me, the Northern Ireland lot, they're like the best in Ireland. They're like proper bodying everybody in Ireland.
Oh.
He didn't even say that though.
No, he strongly hinted and suggested it.
No.
In my experience, that's really not the case. From whatever I've watched, I don't know if that's the case for any of the games that I don't play, which is every game except for Marvel. So I wouldn't know, but I would say that the Northern Ireland scene isn't really a frickin' scene. I don't think it counts as one. There is a small group that would like. Well, there's a couple of groups. There's one in Belfast. I know there's a small group in Belfast that would like group up every week and maybe play some video games, but I haven't even gotten myself over to it because they don't really play Marvel that much. So I really wouldn't be the guy to ask in terms of which one's dominating the other one. If anything, the guys down in Southern Ireland, they certainly pull out as many stoppers as they can to try and better themselves, get better at the game, make content to upload it, and that's why I tend to go all the way down to Dublin instead of bothering to go up to Belfast. So.
Oh, okay. No, because because I heard a similar story from Used for Glue that he actually considered his local scene to be Dublin. Damn.
Yeah. No, I would say the same.
And that apparently, according by his account, or even from what I've heard from Mr. Doctor Doom, that there's no animosity or anything that you're from Northern Ireland between you and your Southern brothers. Then.
It was actually hilarious the first time I went on because I had no idea there was such thing as a scene for fighting games. I was just playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which I just loved to bits. And I went to a Southern convention in Dublin.
Southern convention.
Southern convention. Yeah, okay. A convention that was in Dublin. It was called Erdicon. And I was playing.
Sounds kind of anime, although I'm not going to judge because I'm going to an anime con myself.
An anime convention.
Oh, it is. It's a total anime convention. It was a convention.
It's Ireland's biggest one, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be Ireland's biggest one. It'll be in Crow Park next time in October, November.
I think it's November.
Yeah, November. Anyways, I was there on the first day, and I was just sitting there. I was in my freaking Dante costume. I was sitting back and playing video games, having a ball, having these people all come up and have a go and be like, "Oh damn, fuck, I can't win," and then they'd go away. And then one person came up and said, "You know, there's a bunch of professionals coming over tomorrow." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then the next day, Doom and all of his posse showed up for like recording all of the matches for Marvel and
Whoa.
Street Fighter. And my mind was blown. I was like, "You're going to record it? Holy shit, you're going to commentate it? Oh my god!" And that was it. And it was great. It was great fun. They're absolute gentlemen. Except for the fact that they're actually a little bit surprised that I was actually quite good for someone who's some pleb dressed up in a Dante costume. So they're kind of like, "Yay, it's so nice to see someone doing really well." please put him out, Nutrient. Yeah, is that Nutrient? Okay, good.
Yeah, I've heard this. I've heard this name Nutrient before. Bento. What?
Yeah, Bento could put you in.
Nutrient, it's just like
What? He's the best.
pretty good player, but he's a trolling bastard.
Yeah, he's a trolling bastard. He plays Hagar,
Much, yeah.
and actually he doesn't even play Marvel anymore. That's what he will say if you ask him. He plays Injustice now.
It's a good game, isn't it, Mike?
It's alright.
Oh,
Yeah, you can play it,
Sorry, I
Michael.
haven't played it for a long time.
You went to Evo to play it.
I did. I actually did better in Injustice than I did in Marvel, and that was the most depressing thing. Like, out of the whole time I was there.
whoa.
That's
Oh,
depressing.
okay.
Yeah.
Whoe, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We gotta get off the Lythero territory. So, okay, we've established that Northern Ireland is kind of reign supreme in the. And oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong device. Sorry.
See, the thing is, though, there is no really Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland kind of competition. It's just everyone comes down to Dublin and plays some fucking games. Pretty much.
There was one in Belfast called Cross Counter. Surprisingly, like the only one that I won against Nutrient. So clearly it was because I was on the home turf, no doubt. Other than that, there'd be like small tournaments and conventions, which are very easy because none of the Dublin guys usually come up. If they do, then it's interesting. But otherwise, it's a free walk to the park to get first place.
Ooh. Okay then. No, because just to finish up this point, because I've mentioned it on the other show. But yeah, because I was surprised that there does all you seem to get along a lot better than how people from Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland. Because that story Doom once told how he was walking around in Northern Ireland and some old guy asked him for directions and he basically said, "I'm not from around here," and he just said "bloody foreigner," and I'm thinking, what?
That guy was old. Therefore,
Yeah.
that explains why he was being a dick. It's okay, he'll die soon because he's old.
Whoa! But
It's true though, the whole kind of like north-south hatred thing. You'd see it in old people, but young people don't give a fuck. Like they really don't.
No.
No one cares anymore.
There's very little.
It was stupid
prejudice
to
in
begin
this.
with, and people are starting to fucking realize that.
okay, because again, when I heard that, I just thought, so the FGC is definitely a lot more friendlier than the general situation. That again, I don't know. That just sounds cool to me because again, there's a lot of crap and everything with the FGC, but when I hear stuff like that, I'm thinking, good shit.
Yeah. There'd be some concern sometimes if there's like people from Dublin coming up to Belfast for a tournament. They might be like, "Oh, so guys, what's the safest route to get to the tournament?"
What?
And we'll be like, "Oh, come on, what are you talking about?" But to be fair, like, if you were in their shoes, you might be able to understand why it'd be a little bit intimidating walking down certain streets to get to like the Queen's University Student Union. There's like a lot of flags in some streets, so it's good to know where you're supposed to be going to make sure that you just avoid all of that. Because as far as the fighting game community goes, everyone's friends. Everyone gets along very well. They all the guys in Southern Ireland and Northern Ireland go to the same forums and chat rooms, and they all get along very well.
Again, that is definitely cool to hear. You've already
Lee, so everybody's friends except you and Dark Onion.
Oh, Dark Onion's my best friend.
Dark Onion. I like the sound of this. That's a godlike name, Dark Onion.
There's nothing to even say.
Lee and Dark Onion had a supposed rivalry
Yeah.
that kind of blew up on the internet. Well, blew up in Lythero's YouTube comments on his videos, basically.
Basically, like, he would be a little bit, he'd be dissing, like, all my motives and freaking, if I'd been playing Phoenix Wright, be like, Phoenix Wright's such a shit character, he's so cheap, oh my god, all this bullshit, and because of that, all the YouTube comments were just flaming, like, oh my god, I can't, it's not even, they weren't defending me, they were defending the character more than anything, like, oh my god, you're such a dickhead, why would you say Phoenix Wright's cheap, you bad, whatever. Beep, 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 beep. And simply because of that, I'm pretty sure Brian Von Toom and Dark Onion and pretty much everyone else just roll with it as far as I could, because bad press is still press, It's all still, it generates the sort of like interaction with the fighting game community in Ireland and YouTube and its community as well, just looking to get more sort of like controversy in the battles and stuff. But as far as like I can talk to Dark Onion any day of the week, and he's completely sound. Because it's all kind of put on. Shut up, Twitter.
No, my brain is trying to rack the concept of Phoenix Wright is cheap.
Oh, well, yeah, it was quite funny. Like, he would say stuff in the commentary whenever he's watching me playing, and he would say, like, oh, he's clearly got... Like, it's almost really obvious. He'd be like, oh, there's, like... He's clearly hacked his freaking controller to have cheat, like, codes in the battery pack so that he can win with Phoenix Wright. You know, stuff as obvious that, and it was still...
Oh, wow. What if you can actually do that? That'd be kind of handy. Oh, anyway, sorry.
It would be cool. Yeah, it would. But yeah, then we had, like, a bar fight, and everyone made a big deal out of it, and then Dark Onion, like, literally destroyed me. I don't even think I got one match against him. And because of that, I think he's either retired champion, or we might have to do it again sometime. I couldn't be bothered. I'm tired. I'm tired of being oppressed. The face of adversity is too strong.
Apparently it was 5-2. Whoa.
5-2?
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't.
I seem to remember it.
I'd be lucky if I got one. I'll say that much. It doesn't matter. That's how I remembered it.
Whoa. Okay. Then in that case, well, since you've already explained your competitive history with fighting game, you went to a anime convention and was discovered. That's kind of weird because again, where I come from, people that go to anime conventions, they suck. So,
yeah, that's why it was so fun, because if you see someone in a costume and they're in the tournament, usually they're just, you know, I like fighting games. I play Street Fighter. I can do a Shoryuken. You know, that sort of thing. So that's why it was so fun. But I did go to one tournament before that, and it was in Belfast, and it wasn't nearly as interesting. So they totally, literally took me in, like, oh my god, come on, let's play more fighting game tournaments. Come on down, and they let me know about it, and I totally went down, and it was... I like to go down to any tournaments that Brian Von Doom or Voa or anybody else wants to organize, even Fergus. I definitely go to Fergus's tournament.
What is this? What is this? Again, these names keep popping up because one of my other co-hosts, Metallic Mike, there appeared to be some friction with this Fergus guy. So am I missing something?
Friction with Fergus? He's the nicest person in the world.
Oh, Fergie's adorable.
Like, he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
Nobody could hate Fergus.
Okay. You know, I'm
fucking curly-haired motherfucker.
You know, I'm gonna have to head out your way. I'm gonna have to head out your way and see.
Fergus is a really cool dude. Everyone just likes to break his balls.
He's literally the youngest guy, or at least he's one of the youngest, and everyone in the community loves to just bully him. That's the joke. But for no other reason than the fact that he looks the youngest out of the bunch, and we all make fun of him because he looks like a kid. And I'm sure he
looks about 12.
Yeah, he does, and he still acts about 12. But he's organized tournaments, and oh god bless the guy. Whenever tournaments go horribly wrong and people start shouting at him, I've never felt so sorry for someone in all my life. He's just standing there going I just wanted to play Tekken.
Wow. Okay. In that case, we can finish up your saga with. Besides Marvel, what is your favorite fighting game then, or is that it?
Besides Marvel.
You know, I just realised something. Both you and Bento have got the same idea. You've got all your games right behind you.
Yeah.
That's not all my games. That's just some of them.
Damn, I'm far behind. I need to ditch this fake backdrop. I'm gonna show my bling. I'm gonna show my games. I'm gonna show my weapon. Actually, never mind. But anyway, I do show my weapons every other week. But who cares?
There's a lot of them over here, but I'd say my favorite fighting game other than Marvel would be Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers Brawl, the better one.
Controversial. Controversial. Brawl with some rather creative ideas to make it less competitive, except the competitive community then went about making a series of rules to make it competitive, which I thought was hilarious.
Tripping is amazingly competitive. You have to use it to your advantage.
What?
If you trip, then you get recovery frames. It's the best thing ever.
Really? Bloody hell.
Yeah, totally.
It's coming from a person that plays Phoenix, right? So just
Yeah, this is coming from a person who thinks, right.
Blown up. Yeah. Go get. Yeah. Oh, I like this. I like this. I like this getting because obviously I'm in the dark. I want to be informed. Well, I'm not in the dark because I've got my bloody expensive lights and I'm slowly going blind. If I turn them off, now I'm in the dark. Now I'm back on. But anyway, sorry.
You can't even notice the difference. You can leave them off if you want.
Yeah, there's fuck all difference, man.
Your camera literally like instantly compensates for it.
No. They're great light. It hides all the blemishes and things and all that. And well, I just went to the trouble setting up anyway. But anyways, let's run it all back now. Mike.
Hello.
So, starting again from the beginning. Yeah. Oh, actually, I just realised something. We didn't even run my damn title. So.
Oh no.
The title screen.
Yes! Tournament standard. Tournament standard time, episode 29. Why a Bulbasaur and Objection? And since it's the start of your question, so the first thing I want to ask is, why a Bulbasaur? Why couldn't you be, I don't know, Charizard Mike or Squirtle Mike? Because, you know, Squirtles, in my opinion, they're much more cooler. They got a better colour scheme, and the Ultimate Evolved version, it kind of looks like they've got two cannons on their back.
Well, if I can show you a picture, I will. But basically, okay, so there is a bit of a backstory behind this. So, when I was in college, at some point during the summer term,
Oh, bloody hell. Is that a big story? Yeah.
My circle of friends decided to draw my face in Microsoft Paint. Now, the funny thing about this is that the face they drew had no expression whatsoever, or no sort of like emotion, which is what made it hilarious. So they printed it out and just stuck it on different things. And then one day, they just decided to draw a Bulbasaur and stick my face on it, and they called it BulbaMike. And when I was finding a name for my YouTube, I was like, that's the one. That's definitely what I want to be called in a million years from now.
Wow.
And there's your story.
But that's good because it's been said, if you're given a name, you should take it, because apparently the reason why Spooky is called Spooky was he didn't name himself that. It's like apparently all the people, apparently he used to like do skateboarding and stuff like that, and apparently he would almost get himself killed, and so he'd be kind of spooky and shit like that. So that's why he's called Spooky. And apparently, was it Dracula? He didn't even call himself Dracula. His enemies called him Dracula. So yes, if you are given a name by other people, take it. Hopefully it's a cool one. Sorry.
The thing is, though, that they actually did more. So
whoa!
There is actually a picture of an Ivy Mike and a Vena Mike and
Mike.
And a what is it called? Charmander. There's a Mike Mander and a Mike Melian and a Mike Rizard, and I could go on forever, but I just chose the first one.
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, you know what? All those latter ones actually sounded better. You chose the wrong one, man. Damn.
No. See, the thing is, right? What would have made sense is Magnum Mike, because then I could just be Magnum Mike, and that just makes the most sense out of any of them. But
You could have also picked Magneto. Kind of run with it.
I could have done.
Magnum. Magneto Mike.
I would have wanted a Jiggly Mike.
I don't think anyone wants that. I don't think needs that in their life. I'll find the picture after the podcast and I'll.
You do make songs. You do make music.
Oh, damn! Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We gotta do this in a nice order. Or we invite chaos, and our shows will go on for like 8 hours, and stuff like that. I'll start getting I don't know, cigarettes out. Well, I haven't got a cigarette. I've got a cigar.
Hey.
Just don't bring out your Uzis and rifles, and then we'll be alright.
I just don't light the cigar with the rifle, like literally like shooting it with the muzzle flare and then light up the cigar. That would probably end bad.
I'm trying to remember that. Where would I see? Oh yeah, that was in Trigun. That was it. The guy lighting his cigar with a muzzle flash. Even though that is a bloody stupid thing to do, but yeah.
I'd do it if I could. I don't smoke.
Well, like I said,
Skirmish, you're the type of person that would like wind up on the news having tried that and fucking killed himself. You'll just see that in the fucking headline one day.
You know what the irritating thing is? I actually am that said person, but yeah. But again, but before we get to your musical bit, because again, that is a big, huge, mahoosive thing. We should get the facts clear. You are not from London, BulbaMike, are you?
No, I am not.
Yeah, because everyone makes that assumption. Because a lot of people say, yeah, bad Londoners came down, shuffle, like I said, shuffle, BulbaMike, yeah, was it Zach Bennett? And the bizarre revelation is, all those people do not come from London.
Oh, is Zach not from London either?
No, he's from Kent. He's definitely not
about that.
Yeah, so it's like, so we can clear this myth up. So you are not from London. You're from
No, I'm from a small place called Yateley, which I guarantee no one knows where it is, because every time I say I'm from Yateley, they're just like,
you know what? I'm gonna Google that up. I'm gonna find what the hell it is. Yateley.
Do you know how to spell it?
I'm pretty sure Google autocorrect. Yeah, you know what? Google's autocorrection is so godlike. It's like, you use your autocorrector on mobile phones or something. It's like,
Google's my dictionary.
yeah, same here, to be honest.
Okay.
That or text edit on Microsoft Word. Those are my dictionaries.
Oh, here we go. Yateley is a suburban town and civil parish in the English county of Hampshire. It lies in the northeast corner of Hart District Council. It includes... I've got to click on that whole bit. Yateley is a suburban town and civil parish in the English county of Hampshire. It lies in the northeast corner of Hart District Council. It includes the settlements of Frogmore and Derby Green.
This is starting to sound like fucking Escape to the Country or something. Yeah.
Apparently, I heard that is like really, really compelling viewing. Mind you, the guy that says it, he's a Londoner that's basically lived in Essex too long, so I think he's gone native. But anyway, the whole point was you are not a Londoner, and
no, I'm not.
That means you must actually travel for your damn games. Whereas, what do you think of these Londoners? All they have to do, all that is required of them, is to hop on a tube, and they can be at their location. Whereas your journey is like significant longer.
Just before I answer though, I was going to ask Lythero, how far does he have to travel, and how much does it cost? Because it seems like he'd have to travel quite far as well.
I'm so envious of people that just literally have to roll out of bed and they're in the fucking tournament.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's a long journey. It's about 3 hours and could often cost about a whole day going down to a tournament. It could cost me the guts of about 50 to 60 quid, roughly.
Wow.
Wow.
If I'm being, if I'm taking it easy, if I want to get some drinks or, get a big freaking meal, or if Doyler drags us over to Boojum's, it could get a bit more expensive, but in that case, it's totally worth it. But it's pretty expensive, and it takes a long damn time to get there and back. Sometimes I even stay over. So how long does it take you, Mike?
I'm going to be going to Heart of Gaming tomorrow, and that whole journey from my train station to Heart of Gaming itself probably takes about an hour and a half.
Oh, see, that's actually quite good.
Yeah, and it takes me about 20 minutes to get to my train station by car. So
well, if you have to go by car, that sucks, because I have to go by car or bus to the train station first.
Sure, I have to walk an hour to get to my bus stop because I have no form of transport.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay, so to sum it up, Mike, so the fact that you have to go through quite a lot more than most regular Londoners, whereas most Londoners, all they have to do is just...
Yes, that's quite true, yes.
And they can't be bothered, and thus Marvel has had significantly low numbers. I believe it's been joked that some certain players, they're like taking up Arcana Hearts because it's got more players than Marvel in London.
That is the worst. That is the worst whenever people are nearby and can't even be bothered to fucking go. They're like, I don't feel like it, guys. I'd rather just watch cartoons on a Saturday morning. Fuck!
It's 6-man tournaments for life from here on out.
And the same happened when you and I, we were going to those Injustice tournaments, and the Injustice tournaments weren't that bad. In the grand scheme of things, in my honest opinion, any game that gets over 15 people is pretty decent, because again, it could be far worse, because I used to be part of the Skullgirls community, and 4. It was perpetually stuck at 4. And it was, do you know what the hilarious thing is? It was like one person wouldn't be available, so somebody would take their place. So then it would still be 4 people. So it was like there'd be always one person out, but we still would have 4 people. And then one of those our 4s would be out. That other person would come back in. So it would be perpetually stuck at about 4 people. Mind you, that was about a year or so ago. That was the unpatched version with invincible assist, which that was fun.
I can imagine.
No, but anyway. So anyway, damn, we're still stuck in the introduction. Damn, we gotta hustle. But anyway, so sorry about this. So what is your competitive history with fighting games then, Mikey?
My first game, I think, actually no, most people's first game was Street Fighter 4, right? My one was Super Street Fighter 4 in 2011, I think.
Whoa! You're not an 09er. You're what the hell did they call people from 2011?
I think it was actually August 2010, I think. So I'm a tenor, I guess.
A tenor.
I don't know.
If that is such a good as a term, yeah.
Yeah, and I played that for a bit. I used T-Hawk in that, so you can imagine how well that went.
Damn! I picked the right guests. We gotta break down this obsession with large, unusual characters. Anyway, go on. Yeah, carry on.
I also use Cody, so he's all right. Oh.
There's nothing wrong with Cody.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, and then I played. Then obviously I bought Vanilla Marvel. I've basically played every 2D fighting game that's come out since then, but none of them have stuck. So I played Third Strike Online. I played Mortal Kombat. I played Arcade Edition, and none of them. Marvel just stayed really because it was too much fun.
Wow. Too much bullshit.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, that's.
You'd always get angry every time, but it would always be over something different back in the good days. Unless it was Phoenix. Sorry, didn't want to interrupt.
No, Vanilla Marvel was awful. If I could go back, I would pick Phoenix, but I was a bit silly back then, so alas.
Oh, okay, sick. Okay, sick. So you're because I think you told me you only literally just turned 20 this year or something.
I turned 20 about 2 to 3 weeks ago.
You?
No, 21. I turned 21.
Oh, okay.
What are you on about?
21. Damn. That was a good year being 20. Oh, sorry. Anyway, my age is classified, but you young'uns, you got the rest of your life ahead of you. Sorry. I got to stop ranting because that's the sign of an old man.
With your loud music on your 8-track tapes.
Which is ironic coming from a guy that composes 8-bit music, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, we got to get. Well, damn. Again, this is loaded. Damn, this should have been the BulbaMike show. Damn. Well, we already answered your favorite game, but yeah, about your music because I interviewed you before, and you're actually a bona fide musician. You actually you can even read sheet music and stuff. So you're the real deal. You're not like them frauds, the Chemical Brothers that can't read music and crap. They just get a load of music, they just put it together, and hopefully they bang out a good tune. Which now and again they do.
Shots fired.
It's
Chemical Brothers put on blast.
It's actually in the past 3 to 4 days. I've actually listened to a lot of electronic music. So I've tried to do it myself. So I've kind of I've come to appreciate, whenever you just hear a drum, bass, or dubstep and you think it sounds awful, there's actually a lot of work in there that people don't realise. And I've kind of found to appreciate that a bit more. But no, yes, I can read sheet music, and I can play instruments, and I can write music, and I can music, and yes.
And yet you're working with BitTunes?
See, this is where I would go into how being a composer and an artist costs a lot of money, and then Skirmish is going to come in about how being an artist costs a lot of money, and then we're going to get into a massive debate because I don't think artists have to pay as much as musicians do, and
you do not know.
Sorry, man.
You have to buy colour and pencils. And
oh
stuff.
damn! I just realised something. I just missed. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry to introduce. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Mike. I just realised I just missed the trick. I just had this damn book out there, and yeah, Lythero, I should have mentioned it in your section, but you're an animator, isn't it?
I animate. I don't think I can classify myself as an animator yet.
Oh, okay. So you weren't.
Actually, no. I do have a job now as an animator. So yeah, I'm an animator.
Okay. Well, But anyway, this is one of the tests for all animators. Do you have this book? Because this is a godlike book.
Yeah, I have it in digital form.
Ah, yep. The Animator's Survival Kit by Richard Williams.
Have you seen the recent animation that's done of that title page? So I think Richard Williams done like an animation of all those
crap,
characters.
it's too overexposed, you can't see it. Whoops.
They actually did like he'd actually done an animation of all those characters walking in front of the book, and it's amazing. If you would want to check it out.
Well, I would not be surprised because again, you just see his, you just see some of his animations, like the Charge of the Light Brick. Ah, fuck. I just want to watch that film again, even just for those animations. Because you think, damn, why can't all these historical epic films have those animations?
I wish.
It just make everything better. It's a bit like what is it? It's a bit like that Killer Instinct combo guy. You know, if you put that in any fighting game, it makes it better automatically.
Yeah. Oh man.
Killer combo, godlike combo. Sorry. That was completely left. That was completely left field. But anyway, go back to Mike. Your trials and tribulations of a poor musician, even though we artists, it ain't cheap, bruv. I mean, okay, I can understand because I'm still an analog artist. I mean, hell, you know, what have I got over here? I've got some genuine black Kandahar Indian ink, and if I could be bothered to get all my stuff, I'm gonna get my individual nibs. My Bristol board paper, that's like about 12 quid for like just 10 sheets. And it's probably more expensive now. So, you don't know.
See, I can't tell if you're trolling or not.
No, I'm not. I'm not trolling. Like I said, I'm an old school analog artist. So I've got paints. I've got the comic. I've got the genuine comic paper. I mean, yeah, it is probably cheaper to go digital, but that's still expensive because at the end of the day, you know, have you seen those bloody Syntex? That's it. However the hell you pronounce it, you know, that Syntec drawing board. That's like $2,000. Just.
I'm gonna get my tablet.
Oh, bring it! See, he knows, man. Lythero knows. We artists, we that draw. It costs money, bruv. Admit it. You've lost.
No, it's okay. See, right. Okay, let me give you an example. Right. That black ink you just held up, right? My equivalent to that would probably be a library of sound samples of a bassoon playing legato, okay? And that would probably cost me around £100 to £200. So on top of that, I've got to get staccato, marcato, slurs, trills, phrases. So that's nearly around £1,000. And then I've got to buy all the other instruments. So, and I've got to get a computer. So, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, I've still got to buy reference material. You know, hell, you know, all those books. I've got to buy a drawing, a big ass tilted drawing table, which again I can't show you because it's in the way of my fancy set up lights. And you know, some artists, just saying, they go to the trouble of actually hiring models to get that precise pose. It's, to be honest, it depends how serious you take your stuff. Because I'm pretty sure, Mike, you can do cheaper methods than what you propose.
You can do, but the problem is it sounds horrible.
Same thing, bro. Same logic.
We could, instead of buying these sound libraries, we could hire a cello player. But I guess it is the same
saxophone. You could hire me.
You don't play saxophone.
I used to play saxophone. I don't have a saxophone anymore, but I could play it up to 6th grade.
You what? For real?
That's not bad, actually.
That's
really good.
I quit because my my tutor was. Can I say the C word? He was crappy.
Oh.
I
No,
thought you were going to say he was a cunt.
See, well, we got it out there. You got it out there by proxy. Okay. We'll agree to disagree. But all I'm saying is, real talk. Being an artist isn't cheap.
Okay,
Yeah.
being a musician isn't cheap.
I'm an artist as well. There's my little Phoenix Wright.
That is amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. I wish to be
know,
like you, Bent, to send to when I grow up.
I know. I was gonna animate it and send it to you, Lythero. I'm such a fan and all that.
But
I don't think even I could critique that. You're looking for a critique.
anyway, we gotta move on. But yeah,
Yes.
this is a big, huge one. So, Mike, how was Evo? Because again, I was tempted to invite you on that last week's show, but I thought, no, I got to pair you up with Lythero because obviously I want that big special on the funny characters, as it were. So, but now we can get your side of the story. So, Thonin, bruv, how was Evo, man? Because obviously, I went to CEO. I mean, hell, I've still got the shirt on. And you know why? Because I've got bloody withdrawal symptoms. Because the other day I was actually thinking to myself, I want some Popeye's chicken, and I realized, no, we don't have Popeye's chicken in the U. Wow, actually, you know what? That's a good question. Ira, Bento, Lythero, what is the Irish FGC fueled by? Because it's a well-known fact. The FGC is generally fueled by fried chicken.
Lee. Astley, he'll tell you.
What's it fueled by in Dublin?
Or Northern Ireland in that case, so yeah.
No, not Northern Ireland. It'd be fueled by angry burritos, yeah. Angry burritos.
Burritos. Wait a minute, that does not compute. Burritos are quite expensive, actually. They're actually significantly more expensive than, well, a fried piece of chicken.
But they're beautiful.
Yeah, of course. I don't doubt it. I love burritos. I love fajitas because, I love that. But, so, burritos?
No, not just burritos. It's because there's a Boojum's nearby. And Boojum's is a Mexican burrito bar which makes amazing burritos. Like, literally, like, Doyler told us all, like, we were all waiting for our next tournament to show up. We're all, like, lined up, just folding our arms, and Doyler just literally, like, threw his freaking bag on the floor. He's like, fuck this, we're going to get some angry burritos. And I'm like, what? And he dragged us all out, and we ate these burritos, and they're absolutely amazing. And I'm pretty sure that if there's any food that anyone's going to get during a Dublin tournament, it'll be either burritos or, the nearest pizza place that you can walk into.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Get some pizza slices.
Actually, as a member of the Irish FGC, I will say I have never eaten a burrito.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're fueled by your ham sandwich.
Yeah, man, ham sandwiches. That shit's godlike, man. Every time I roll to a tournament, I have a figure like 4 of them. It's epic. I fucking love ham sandwiches. Never get old. Eat out a fucking burrito any day.
Damn, this is a really fine cigar. Oh, anyway, sorry. Yeah, I'm tempted to light it up, but no, it's antisocial to smoke on air. Apparently some other guy did it, and I don't have a black leather jacket, so to make it cool. But anyway.
I'd like to point out that Brian Von Doom wants me to say custard creams. While he eats a lot of custard creams, he hoards them for himself. He'll tell other people, I'll give you custard cream if you win this. And I won that match. He didn't give me my fucking custard cream.
It depends. Which custard cream, though?
Skirmish.
I don't know. I didn't get one.
Whoa! Those are all those stoogies you said you have. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna head down your yard, and we gotta have a Cuban. We're gonna have a Cuban tobacco harvest by fire.
That shit would be godlike, man.
Yes. We definitely be seeing God a lot quicker, but yeah.
You're a madman.
Well, of course I'm a bad man, but anyway. Now that we've established that generally most of the FGC is powered by fried chicken, because it's all fried chicken. Like when I was at CEO, everybody was. It was like a badge of honor. I'm not joking. Everybody was just holding up their box of Popeyes. It was like you walk down the street. It was like, yeah. It was like a brotherhood of the Popeyes chicken. I was proud.
Could you bring that into the venue?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
that's the reason why. Yes, you see, that's why you have to go to Evo. Everybody was bringing in their food. Yeah, the staff did. Yeah, the staff did not care. Exactly. So you had all the FGC bringing. You had Chris G bringing in his like 10 bags of crisps or chips, as they call them.
Yes.
Yeah, that bloody hell, that guy does eat mad unhealthy. Literally, he had like a bag, and it was just stuffed full of them crappy crisps. They're like they're really poor imitations of the real McCoy. And I told Chris G, if I see him again, I'm going to bring him a pack of real McCoys, so he will know what real crisps are. Yes.
That's true, man. McCoys are epic.
Yes, especially that chili flavor. If
Never tried chili.
No. If I was to die, my last meal on earth would be that chili flavored real McCoy. Well, actually, it probably wouldn't, but it'd be up there. Oh damn! Sorry, mad tangent. But
sorry, sorry everybody. I've just got to wait for Fergus because he's alive.
Hey, yeah, there's Fergus. He's watching. Fergus Chan's watching.
Okay, but again, going back to Evo. So, whoa, you weren't allowed to bring in food from the outside.
No.
I'm sorry. That is a deniable privilege of the FGC. We are
You
poor.
know what? When you were in the Evo, I was looking at the food they had in there, and this American guy, he was looking at the food as well, and I think it was $4 for a can of Sprite,
Oh my!
and he was just like, "What the fuck?" And he just put it back and walked away. It was the funniest thing.
Was it at least a decent sized Sprite? Because I know some hotels they
No,
scam.
it was just normal Sprite.
Oh, okay. Was it at least a decent size? You know, like 500 milliliters or something like that, or is it just?
It was just a can of Sprite. That's all it was.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, it wasn't too difficult. You just put everything in your bag, and then when you walk past and they say, "Have you got any food or drink?" And you're just like, "No, I don't." And you just walk past them, and then that was about it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. You see, you know what? I'm gonna definitely put that as one of my preaching methods to come to CEO. See, you could bring food from the outside. People were bringing in Popeyes. Obviously there was a Burger King across the world. Yeah, breakfast burritos. I mean, I'm sorry. It's like our menu. The menu they had out in Florida was like, oh my god, breakfast burritos. It's just like a sausage, and it's like little pieces of salsas and eggs, and it was godlike, and you could bring it into the venue. Damn. Oh, sorry.
That's good.
But anyway, so but did you generally enjoy Evo though?
Okay, so the thing about Evo is this.
Okay.
If you are going with the intention to do well, and you play on stick, I think it's a very good tournament. If you play on PS3 pad, it's still a good tournament. If you play on Xbox pad with a converter, it's not a very good tournament at all. Because you've got to deal with, first of all, playing on PS3, which is a lot different than Xbox. Then you've got to deal with the fact that your converter will, no matter how small, cause more lag than if you were to use a stick. So you've got to play on setups, and then all the PS3s are different. So you've got to play on setups where the lag changes depending on what system you're on, and more lag from your converter.
Wow.
And so as a tournament player, for me, I didn't enjoy it too much.
Ooh.
But as a spectator, it's the best tournament I've ever been to.
Well,
It was really good. When I got casuals in with on Friday evening, me and Cheech Wizard went to the NorCal room, and we played GC Yoshi, X-Ray, K-Beast, and a bunch of other NorCal guys. And that was really good because I went even with them or beat most of them. So that was at least reassuring. Obviously, the next day the tournament happened and I got bopped. So we won't talk about that. But and then Monday evening, I played Kinder Party for a bit and I beat him 5-3. So in terms of tournament play, I probably wouldn't go again. But as a spectator, and just to meet the people, I think it's definitely worth it. It was kind of difficult. It was difficult to find casuals because the problem is all the elite players kind of got the rooms to themselves, if that makes sense.
My God, this is a revelation! Damn.
Me and Cheech Wizard went to a Mexican room on Thursday evening, and King Blue River was there, and he went straight away. So it was just me and Cheech and some Mexicans that we didn't really know. I managed to play one set with a Mexican player. And while I was playing that set, Justin Wong, Killer Kai, Mike Ross, Yipes, and all those lot came into the room. And I wasn't really kicked off the set, but I sort of was because I didn't have any money for a money match. All they wanted to do was a money match. So me and Cheech then basically sat on the bed, just kind of watching these matches until I kind of realised actually it's like 2 a.m. I better just go back to my hotel because I'm not going to get any games in. So unless you're a known player, or unless you are unless you approach these people, tell them who you are, and just hope that they don't think you're a nobody, you might get some games in.
My God.
I mean, when on the day of the registration, there was a big line for the registration, and there was a point where people had sort of portable setups, so they just set them up in the hall because the hall had plugs. There were just people sitting on the floor playing Marvel. That was really cool to see, but obviously, once again, I didn't know anyone, they didn't know me, so it was just a setup for them and their friends, really. So if you are going to go, I would advise you to try and bring a setup, because at least then you might have people coming to your room to play, and because it's your room,
You can tell.
you
them to
could probably
fuck off
play
if you want.
more than you would otherwise.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of disappointing because, okay, Matt kind of had a different experience. He was able to get a couple of sets, I think, with was it knives? Although I think he got bopped. But so
Yeah, I mean, the thing, Matt set up things in advance, so for them to sort of deny it when he got there would have been a bit shitty of them. And my problem was also I'm just awful at meeting people for the first time, especially when I know who they are, but they don't know me. So what was good, though, I had a lot of people come up to me, like Apology Man came up to me and told me he liked my music and my play, which was cool.
wow, I forgot you're YouTube famous. Damn.
I think we'll get onto that later, maybe. Anyway, yeah, so he came up to me. A few others came up to me. So for me, it was all right. It was not bad. As a spectator, as a player, it was a bit. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad though. I'm not going to say it was bad. It was just I had a lot of things going against me. So
I suffered the same thing because of Xbox controllers. Was there any converters that you found, or was it just like what you could find while you were there at the tournament?
well, I was in casuals.
Even in the tournament or casuals, like because you would have to play with PS3 controllers, or a PS3 controller. Did you find your converter before you went to Evo, or did you have to,
I had a converter before I went, definitely. I tested it at home and it seemed fine. It was fine out there as well. It was just, you're playing on a PS3, you're playing on the converter, you're playing in the biggest tournament in the world, your first match is on stream, your first match is against... Your first match is against a Morodoom player, which beats Hagar, and I didn't have a backup character. I had a lot of things going against me, and unfortunately, I couldn't.
Yeah, but in all fair honesty, that guilty girl, she is pretty
She's
damn
very
good.
I won't
She's
deny
very good. Yeah.
She's actually
There's no
very
shame.
good.
There's no shame to losing to a superior player. They're just.
Oh well, I wouldn't say she's better than me. I'll say she's better than me at the time we were playing. If I was if
you were at full power. I like this. And that's the reason why you have to come to CEO, because Jabali, he said, F it, I'm gonna run it on 360s.
Yeah, if I do get the money next year, I won't go to Evo. I will either go to CEO or final round, because those two seem like the next bigger tournaments, if that makes sense, and they're both on Xbox.
Yeah.
So there's no. If I lose there, then it's definitely because I'm shit, and not because of the PS3 or the converter or anything.
No, bro. No. You have to come to CEO. Do you know why? Because if you get to top 8, you can make them play your own theme tune. You could actually.
man.
How sick would that be? I think you'll be the only player that will literally have your own theme tune. Do you know what would be more sick if you have one of those crappy little Casio keyboards and as you're walking in it.
Yeah. You play it and then you slide into the ring on your knees. Like...
Sorry.
I think I'd get the Yipes face for that. Have you seen that? When I'm
of course, I saw that. Do you know why? Because I was in the ring when he was giving that face to everybody.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh man. No. You have to come to CEO because, like I said, if you get into the top 8, you will get your own theme tune, and again, you'll be like, so what theme tune? They'll ask, what's your theme tune? And you'll say, it's this one.
Well, what I'd probably do is I'd give them like a sensible piece, and then on the day just change it to like that Killer Instinct song where it's like talking about the way you move, and it's like, have you heard that one?
Ooh, nah.
I heard you. It's basically the Killer Instinct theme, but then at some point it changes to some like 90s pop where like I'll have to link it.
Yeah, definitely you have to link it up. Oh man, yeah, for sure, and link it up in the Skype window as well, because again, I love a good laugh. But all right, so that's kind of a bit disappointing because again, I did a show last week and I could definitely say Matt's experience and so was a little bit better, but I guess he's a stick player and. Yeah, you definitely had a lot. Mind you, Matt also had the benefit. I think apparently he was training kind of like Daigo on he played nothing but the PS3s as well. So I think he definitely was a lot more used to it.
Yeah. I feel like Cheech Wizard. He did really well, but watching him try to play Morrigan on a 3 was just the most heartbreaking thing ever. because that character is tough to execute, but on a PS3, when you're not used to it, just seemed absolutely ridiculous. So I kind of feel bad for him. He did a lot better than I did, obviously, but still, PS3 just ruins people's lives, and they need to do something about it.
Oh yeah. Yo, Optimus Octopus, don't worry, bruv. The archives will be up soon, and I'll upload the VOD soon. To be honest, this show does run a bit long. Well, not too long, so it doesn't matter if you miss, because again, there'll be archives, and yeah, the archives, and you'll get to skip past the embarrassing bits, like the little sound error, which it appears to be my speciality.
Speaking of
you know,
errors,
it's not a little sound error; it's the obligatory sound error. It happens every single week.
Hey,
Speaking
at
of
least I'm
errors,
consistent.
did Mike have a stroke, or is his webcam broken?
I think it's, if you can still hear me.
Yep.
We can still hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to load up YouTube at the same time, and my computer's not liking it, so I'll have to find the phone
Inconsiderate
later
person.
on. I'm sorry. R.I.P. in
No. It captured your Shannone Jump profile. Do you know you can tell a character if you like dark them all black, and you can recognize their silhouette. It's like that precisely where it stopped. It's got your silhouette, man. So yeah, you should be proud.
The cam's back working now.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think now that we got the intro, damn, that is probably the longest introduction ever. But they were cool introductions. We got things out of the way, like yeah, BulbaMike finally admitting to the fact that artists spend more money on their goods. Yeah, that was great.
You haven't
Probably
won
just
this
admitted it to shut you up, really.
yet.
Evo was sound pretty Hollywood. Oh, which is ironic because it's not far from there. But yeah.
Yeah.
And well, and the FGC and Island appear to be powered by burritos, apart from my co-host Bento, who apparently is powered by ham sandwiches.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Power to the ham sandwiches.
No. Anyway,
And ham sandwiches and custard creams, in all fairness.
And custard creams.
depends which custard cream. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, finally, we're going to get out to the actual main topic of why I brought you fellas on the show, and yeah, we're going to talk about this character loyalty versus competitive characters, because I think yeah, this was a quote. Again, not a lot of people might be familiar with the term, but the Americans they took a look at some of our UK teams. They said, yeah, some of them players they got Soul Cow teams. Now, for those not in the know, Soul Cow obviously refers to Southern California, and at the run back, you got quite a number of players, I think, like Royal Flush, who, funny enough, is also a Moodok. Yes, it's Moodok. I know it's Modok, but I'm going to say Moodok because it sounds better. Yes, Moodok.
Everything that you know, Mike, is wrong.
Yes.
If only I had my picture. On
Not
there.
not Modok. It's Moodok because Moodok sounds better. Yes, I'm gonna. Yep. I mean, if we could spell knife with a fucking K, we could definitely call Modok Moodok. Yes. And if Mortal Kombat can spell it with a K as well, funny enough, another K. But anyway, so I'm gonna say Moodok. So yeah. So why is the UK dominated by so many weird teams? Although I've just literally got off Skype talking to Chrome. He did actually point out that, players like Kyle Dixon, Kaisertron and Shuffle, even though they kind of got funny teams, they are actually well constructed. So
Yeah, I mean, if I think the majority of the teams in the UK, they look goofy, but they still make sense.
like how to read,
like
yeah.
Kaisertron's team, for example, Zero on point is obviously fine. Sentinel Drones is good, and Modok's Beam is alright. So it works. It's obviously not optimal, because he could just throw Virgil in there and it'll be an instantly better team. But the thing is, most players in the UK had their own little thing while they pick characters. Even Zach. Zach plays Firebrand, I believe, because he likes Ghosts and Goblins. So he didn't just pick that character because, maybe he was untapped potential. He likes Ghosts and Goblins. Arthur's an awful character, so he picks a good character. That's just what he does.
Yeah. Funny you should mention that. Because you were just mentioning Zach Bennett, and I was just mentioning how to read. Yeah, one of my most popular videos on my channel is that match that was a bloody long time ago, that Ultimate Clash. Between Zach Bennett and because you kind of think that is probably the most alternative match of Marvel you'll ever see. Because obviously you also how to read with his Beautiful Joe, his X-23 team, and Zach Bennett was Yeah,
I don't think we've gotten past the point where we'll just pick characters just because we like them. if that was the case, I'd still be playing Nemesis, and Nemesis is a horrible character. I never want to play that character
I like Nemesis. But
Nemesis is just the worst character in the game.
I've tried to play him so many times, but I just
I wouldn't say he's the worst, but I have never really seen anyone use him. Consistently.
He's like
Deus Ex has a decently good Nemesis, actually.
I think it is. Like, Nemesis is a big body, right? And big bodies are meant to kill you in one hit. But his whole game revolves around resets. So what is the point of like a big body that has delayed armor and has to reset to kill you? It's just the most ridiculous thing. And that
has the worst hypers.
Nemesis is just... I'd love to play that character, but he's just too bad. So I think we've gone past that point. If that was the case, I'd still be playing Phoenix Wright if we hadn't got past that point. But luckily I'm not anymore. Only because he doesn't work with MODOK and Hagar. If he did, I'd still play him. But those two characters I put over Phoenix Wright, so I dropped him.
Yeah, because again, this is a good example. Because again, you, for want of a better word, and even Chrome admitted, you have a pretty odd team, but yet you want to be competitive with them. So, what is it then? What is it then about this MODOK? Sorry, I meant MODOK. Damn, I mispronounced. Damn, I messed up my own meme. But anyway, so why MODOK and why Hagar? So why pick those characters?
Okay. So what I was saying before was most people they have a reason why they pick characters. Trump picks characters because they're all robots.
Yes.
Right? Robots. MODOK's debatable, but we'll not talk about that today.
Yeah.
Spencer's a robot, right?
About 10% of him is.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with... Okay, let me go back to Vanilla for a second. My team in Vanilla was Ami, MODOK, Hagar, right? And I just picked those characters because I like them. The thing with MODOK was... this is probably the stupidest idea why I pick a character.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I think MODOK was announced at San Diego Comic-Con in 2011. And I was watching... I saw the trailer, and I was like, okay, this character's really weird. I don't know who he is. and then I watched like a video of which someone filmed in the crowd at San Diego, and they filmed like the panel he was revealed at and the trailer as well. And like at the end, when they finished the trailer, the guys at the panel said, "So what do you think of MODOK and Marvel?" And everyone applauded, but you could tell that they were like, "Why is he in this game and not Cyclops or someone else that we know?"
Yeah, but they said said the same thing about Spencer, but now everybody likes him now.
Yeah, no, but that's and then when I got that sort of initial impression, I was like, I want to play that character because he is the dumbest character I've ever seen, and I want to make him work. No matter how he is. Yeah,
he's got one of the most epic of the troll themes. It's like
MODOK's theme goes with trolling. It just trolls over everything. Put on anything and it trolls. Yeah, I think a lot. Anytime a fighting game comes out, I usually tend to decide what character I'm going to play before the game comes out, and I stick to that. So that's what I do with MODOK. The thing is with Hagar actually makes more sense because, like I told you, I played T-Hawk and Cody in Street Fighter 4, right? T-Hawk is a grappler and Cody is from Final Fight. Put the two together, and who do you get?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just running them god-awful Marvel cartoons, and MODOK.
Sorry, he wasn't listening.
Oh, sorry, you weren't listening. Were you not listening? Oh, no.
Okay. No, I was just saying, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just running some of the old MODOK, those god-awful Marvel cartoons, and MODOK. And funny enough, he's fighting Thor.
I've seen that one. MODOK is a sick character. I don't know what you're on about.
When was this cartoon? Is it a recent or old?
It looks like the recent one because it's not as cool as that really god awful. Was it the original? Yeah, was it the original Iron Man cartoons? Well, the I am Iron. Yeah, that was the most godlike opening theme tune ever, which is like stuck in your head.
It's true.
I don't remember that.
It was fucking awesome.
Yes. But MODOK. Okay, so you just wanted to be different from the crowd. I like that. So anyway.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, the thing is, like I said, I pick characters if I like them as a character, right? not because if they're good. It just so happens that, unfortunately, all the characters I like seem to be bad characters. Bad characters. I think that looks very good. I mean, you think about Injustice, right? I sometimes play Ares, but I also play Aquaman. And Aquaman is one of the best characters in the game, right? Just because he's top tier, that doesn't mean I'm going to drop him.
Wow. Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, the ball's now in your court, Lythero. So.
Oh, just one more thing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Doctor Strange is because it's a good assist, and that's basically it.
No, I respect that, and
I like his combos though; they're bitching.
And I love his quote, "Mystic Sword."
Yes, Doctor Strange.
Eye of avocado.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he was such a womanizer until like 5 months after the game was out, and someone was like, "He throws roses at girls, and he always hits on them."
Look at that porn star stash he has.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
true.
Him and Hagar.
Let me see if I can find that. There was that wicked quote in that Spider-Man cartoon when Doctor Strange was on it. And yeah, I got to admit, Doctor Strange is a pretty cool ass character. But so I'll definitely agree on that. So, Lythero, Phoenix Wright, can you care to explain this then? You just like you just like people that give the finger and go objection. Well, not like that, but still.
I freaking love Ace Attorney games so damn much.
So this is fandom then, okay? This
absolute fandom for all my characters. I played all the Beautiful Joe games. I loved them. I played all the Devil May Cry games. I loved them to bits, and I loved all of the Ace Attorney games.
Okay.
So whenever Marvel came out, and one of my friend Zanfel, some of the people in the chat might know who he is. He came over with like Marvel and was like, "You got to try this game," and I was like, "No, I'm not playing fighting games anymore. That's it. I'm done." I was like, "But this one's got Beautiful Joe and Dante in it." I'm like, "Okay." We were literally like arguing. Like, this is the best story ever. We were arguing over who gets to pick Wesker, because we both think Wesker is absolutely hilarious in Resident Evil 5. So I was like, "I get Dante," and he's like, "Oh Jesus!" And then I was like, "I get Wesker," and he's like, "No, you don't get Wesker. You get Dante. I get to pick Wesker." And he didn't realize how much terrible sort of stigmata he would have to endure for having to pick Wesker, because back in vanilla, everyone despised anyone that picked Wesker. So even if he'd done really well with Wesker, it was like everyone despised him because like, "Oh, you're just winning because you picked Wesker," and he'd cry. But I got lucky because I picked Dante and Beautiful Joe, of course. Which I actually dropped Beautiful Joe at first. I was like, "I can't do this. He's too crap."
Whoa!
I did. Yeah. At first I thought like this is like within 3 days. I was like, "Okay, 3 days of trying to play Beautiful Joe. I'll pick Spider-Man instead."
Whoa! Okay, you've got some really off-key choices there, but yeah, go on.
I love Spider-Man as well, but then I was just like, nah, no, Beautiful Joe, and I'll pick Deadpool because he's funny. I didn't know Deadpool before Marvel came out. So then whenever Phoenix Wright was hinted at, whenever Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was coming along the horizon, I was literally like jumping on YouTube every day going, "Is today the day where we get to see the trailer of Phoenix Wright?" No. And I got so tired of waiting that I just was like, "Fuck it, I'll make my own." And I made my own. Phoenix Wright trailer. Which is just the one with the sprite of him like waddling about. And everyone got really pissed off because I titled it as like Comic-Con trailer like 2011 was it? And Phoenix Wright trailer reveal, and everyone was like, "Oh!" I actually got banned from Shoryuken forums for linking it.
What?
I linked it, and I was like, "Check out this Phoenix Wright trailer, guys." I got banned. They're like, "Troll," and they banned me, and they like kicked me off the server and locked the server, or locked the thread that I posted.
The SRK Illuminati.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, fuck you guys then." That was funny. That was fun.
Okay, but so it is just our pure fandom, and yet somehow you've made it work. Well, sort of.
Yeah, I never really was any good at fighting games. I would play them very casually, like being able to do the special moves or the ultras in Street Fighter 4. That was a big deal for me. That's how bad I was at fighting games. But I loved the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 so much. I loved the characters so much that I bothered to actually invest some time in properly learning how to do combos. And after a while, I was like, okay, I can actually maybe contribute to anyone else who wants to maybe learn these characters. So, just like making the tutorial for like Phoenix Wright, I was so bad at using them until I bothered to actually try to make a tutorial, and then I like found out stuff along the way, and then figured out how to use the character better. So it really worked out quite well for both people who wanted to learn Phoenix Wright and myself. Because after the tutorial was done, I was like, I can actually kind of use this guy in a way that may seem that I'm competent at the game, which is great. It was great fun, and I kind of let it roll as far as I could.
Oh yeah, regarding Phoenix Wright, yeah, you had some excellent suggestions for some buffs. Yeah, let's fire this up with sound this time. Hold up. Come on, you muggy bonehead. Come on. Yep. Full screen.
Slow downfall of my sanity.
No, I think your suggestions are definite GGs.
GGs. Genuine buffs.
Hey folks, this is a special video today. As you all know, Capcom have announced a possible update for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and they asked me to
Some of them I wish were real. Some of them are not ever supposed to see the light of day.
Completely removed from the game, but Wright can now pick up all 3 pieces.
I think the fact that he should take chip damage sort of actually makes sense.
I would like that. That would be fun.
Yes, that's it. They could pick up evidence with just one.
That was fun. I was fun making that, like editing that, because that's actually my job now to do video editing. So, video editing was kind of like a hobby at first, and now that I'm actually kind of decent with After Effects, I was like, this is too easy, oh man. And I was just like messing as much as I could, as subtly as I could, so people could maybe
Okay, Phoenix just got, Wesker just got bodied.
So now it's also a full screen grab that can still grab opponents even if they're in block stun. Also, the Hyper now does twice the damage, which is
that's cool.
Don't be surprised though. We all know what Capcom does when a very strong character should be nerfed. Maya got a fair share of her own buffs too. Players can now use Steel Samurai Maya Smelting as many times as they want because it no longer uses up a Hyper bar. This is to help any Phoenix Wright players that have difficulties getting to Wright's turnabout mode. This move might get nerfed in a future patch down the line, but for now, Capcom trusts any Phoenix Wright players not to use it. Not only is he invincible with his back, but you can call it anytime you want, even whenever you're in the middle of being comboed.
Yes, guys, just wait till the end of the video.
That's not a fair addition to the game. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to get into turnabout mode in the middle of a match? This is extremely necessary stuff. In fact, none of this even matters anyway, because whoever picks Phoenix Wright at the character select screen wins by default. You've been playing Phoenix Wright for a long time. You deserve to win.
Yeah. I was trying to sound like I was crying, but a lot of people just thought it was maniacal laughter. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
No, I think it works both ways, but those are some excellent suggestions. Yo, Mike, you know what? You should do a similar video of what Moodok needs.
What does
Yeah,
Moodok?
I do actually have some because realistically I don't think he should get buffed in the patch, but I do have some kind of goofy ideas of things he could do. Like somehow he gets a shield where it kind of goes above the opponent so they can't escape. So he can set up a barrier in front of him and then one above the opponent, so he just traps him in the corner. I think that'd be sick, but I don't think it's going to happen.
You never know. Capcom have been known to do silly things. Like, give Zero the ability to cancel his... Yeah, let's not go there. Whoa, Mike, you still there? Your camera...
Mike, are you uploading again? We've lost him. He's dead.
Oh no. Oh no, the internet. It fails us.
You just made fun of his characters one too many times. He's gone. Like, fuck this shit.
Oh no, the most bulbous of Mike.
The manhunt begins.
Don't worry.
Everyone in the chat, put out search posters.
Oh. Okay. I guess we got that covered then. So.
I'll just do a dance for an intermission.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm not being
dun,
serious. You can go ahead.
Dun, dun, dun. What's that damn? What's that music they played in that elevator music they used in Little Big Planet? The dun 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 dun.
It's just called elevator music.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, sorry. Well, it's kind of ironic because we lost the only musician in this chat that could have probably actually played it
Yeah,
for us.
exactly. Well,
Which is even more hilarious.
Hang on. I got an ocarina. I can't play it though.
What the hell?
There you go. And now Mike has dropped out of the call for good.
Ah, well, so character loyalty, yay.
God damn it, Mike. You let us all down.
But I'll just say, I'll never drop Frank West. That's character loyalty for you.
Frank West? He's a good character. Shut up.
No, dude, I have some sick-ass teams with Frank West. My teams are godlike, it's just that I'm just shit at the game, that's all.
What is your team?
My two main teams are Firebrand, Skrull, Frank, which is basically, I can do the death loop with Firebrand because I'm using Frank's meter build assist, and obviously I can just keep fucking getting you with that. And then if Firebrand dies, I can just level up fucking Frank with Skull, level 5 straight away, handy. Then my second team is Chris, Frank, Sentinel. They have some awesome combos, but I rock the team because they all wear blue and yellow, so they look awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me just sort this window out. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, Mike is gone. He's gone that bad. Okay, while I'm getting this sorted out, I guess we can talk about, yeah.
You just got two halves of bento.
Disjointed.
Which is like, disassemble.
Yeah,
German
this always happens when somebody drops out of the call. It's
But if you fix it, then you'll have to fix it back whenever he gets back.
okay. For the time
Just start smashing on my keyboard.
being, I'm gonna use the emergency party chat overlay.
Are we in a sense where we got to kill time until he comes back?
No, we can start on the FGC content one, so that way we can sort this out.
No, we can record the next episode of Ranked Ramblings.
Rank ramblings. What's this?
Oh, it's every now and again I might upload a video of me just playing online and then talking, and it usually goes horribly because talking and playing a game at the same time does not go well. It's difficult.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely harder than it looks because obviously I've been trying to do it myself, and yeah, it's wow, it's not easy.
No, it's not easy at all. I didn't realize until I started playing. I was like, oh my god, I'm frozen. My voice can't speak. I'm trying to either concentrate or just talk and lose. So.
Okay, let me see if Mike is. Let's just see.
Pop on the Marvel cam for a while, then, Lee.
Let's just see if Mike is still there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Actually,
so
I got a quick idea. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to call everyone again. So nobody panic. Okay.
Mike Stoney, are you there?
Hello.
Accept. Oh yeah, I forgot to kick on my video. There we go.
Oh no, we've lost Mike. Mike's down. Mike's down. Oh man, that's oh dear.
Yeah, he is offline.
Oh, okay. I guess his internet is his internet's out. I guess the three of us will have to manage without him. It's a damn shame. Hopefully we can get him back on for the Q&As. But
Yeah, I hope so.
but anyway, the next main topic we're going to be talking about fighting game content making, and so why are you doing it then?
I'm not sure actually. Damn, that's a good question. What am I doing? Maybe I should do something productive with my life rather than play video games. I think I'm going to go be a baker, guys. See you later.
Peace, Lythero.
Adios, man.
Okay,
So,
no.
Skirmish, how was your day?
No. Okay, no, there's enough awkward silence. Oh wait, Mike's back!
Yo, Mike's back.
Sorry, my my laptop died. I can't have the stream open at the same time as this call.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna have to hold that.
That's as bad as like whenever you hear people on the radio having their radio on and then it starts echoing and the host is like, turn off your radio, and then they just like just close the phones, like fuck that guy, he didn't deserve a new toaster.
Okay. Rather annoyingly, while we're having this conversation, I have to fix the layout so that we get them nice in order. But yeah, we're getting on to
Content.
making. So so Lythero, if you just justify, why are you doing this? Because for me, I love this scene. I want to do everything I can to support it because I've just met such fantastic people, and I'd like to see it grow, and I would like to meet more fantastic people. If that sounds too white knight idealistic, I don't give a fuck because I genuinely believe it.
Yeah.
Just before you start, I just want to say these cameras are hilarious. They've got part of my
Oh shit!
games like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Finally, they're back in order ish. That's good.
Okay, good stuff. Why do it? I always like the main reason was
YouTube, buddy. In Lythero's case, I could definitely agree. In my case, definitely not so. I mean, one of my problems is I like using copyrighted music. I just can't. It's a case of I know I probably could make more money if I got some composers, made some original content. It's a case of if I got an idea for something, it's like I want to use that song, and because I don't get enough hits at the moment, that's not a problem for me. But at the end of the day, it's just good fun.
It's not like we have a musician in the call right now or anything like that, is it?
Yo, Mike, I think we have to have some talks afterwards.
I charge for $75 per 1 minute of music. So there you go.
Is that a serious commission?
No, that sounds. To be honest, that sounds about right. Because again, as being an artist, you would expect it. You would expect, how long it, because if a minimum wage worker is getting paid like $7.20 an hour and something, it should be proportional to how long it will take to compose something. So yeah.
Yeah. Some of the top people, like they charge like $1,000 for 1 minute of music, and that is just the most absurd.
You heard it here first.
So
guys.
you are being generous.
Of course,
stream vouchers, guys. Stream codes. Tweet.
Use promo code AGV
Stream promo code
20% off on your composer. Yeah.
Tweet compose BulbaMike 253.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah. The reason why you're doing YouTube comments. So Lythero, is it YouTube money?
Oh, I didn't even realize that was a thing. Like the first.
Yeah.
Why will these people believe me? No, the first thing I wanted to do was I was like, oh man, I'm so good at playing video games, which wasn't the case at all. If you actually have a look at anything on like YouTube, you'll see people just blast through video games.
Those speed runs, bloody hell.
Speed run. Oh, there's nothing more depressing than watching a speed run of a game that you thought you were good at.
Yeah.
Speedruns are amazing. What are you on about? To watch.
They are amazing and sick, but if you wanted to be like the guy who's like, I want to be that person, and then you realize how ridiculous it looks, and you're just like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
the worst is when they speed run a game, but they use glitches. Like one of Miles showed me a speed run of Diddy Kong Racing, which is like my favorite game of all time, and he just basically flew into a wall when he was on the last stage. And I was like, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this?
So the main thing I wanted to do is I tried to just record video games, and then I realized that nobody gave a shit. So whenever Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, I tried to record matches. It was a really, really convoluted system. I had a very crappy computer and a crappy recording setup. But it was literally one of those things where you would plug everything in, and it would come on maybe black and white. And if it came on black and white, then you'd be like, okay, I'm nearly there. And then you literally turn it to PAL settings, and then back to NTSC settings, and then maybe you get color on the third go, and you're like, yes, I'm good to record.
Yeah, I gotta admit, live streaming and recording. Yeah, there's a back in the old days. I mean, the technology has gotten a lot better now. I would say it's almost plug and play, but you got to do some simple.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Which is why it's all the more scary that the new consoles are going to have that as a feature that's built in with the console.
We'll see that, because it was I was getting mad excited. It's like, oh my god, you can stream from Black Ops. You've got all this streaming technology, but when you try it, you realize this is bloody arse.
Is it bloody ass? I hope it's bloody ass.
It is super arse. It's because you can't adjust your settings. It's for whatever bizarre reason, it's all COD players, they must have a FiOS line or crap and like that, because it's whenever you stream, it's a bloody slideshow. So it's everybody that tried it. Yeah, in other words, you might have noticed yeah, when they first rolled it out, they patched it out. It lasted like a week, and then everyone realized, well, F this. We're just going to go back to our HD PVRs and just record it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've recently caught the COD virus again. I was going to try that, and I didn't even need to try it. I just knew it was going to be fucking shite, so I didn't even bother.
So again, I'm not that optimistic, because it's like if I don't know. I've heard it's actually going to be built in hardware, which is kind of hopeful. But if it's just going to be a software and whatever, then no, you definitely need hardware for real.
Can I be brutally honest and say
sure.
I kind of hope that it isn't that good. I hope that it's something that people who want to record their stuff and share it to like their friends and stuff, I hope it works in that sort of sense. But I don't want it to be super easily accessible for people to like stream their games and have like their headset work in sync with the Twitch true say, because it's like, oh yes, COD. Do you know what? I've actually been really sensible when I play COD. Ever since day one, the first thing I ever do when I play COD is I hit mute all. Not even because of that, but because like people who like organize videos with games. I mean, yeah, a lot of people get a lot of slack for making videos on the internet about video games, but it's not like as you say, a plug and play sort of thing. You got to put a lot of effort into it. You got to buy a lot of equipment. You got to make sure that your commentary is entertaining. And if you give that asset to everyone who just buys the console and doesn't go out of their way to get the setups and the computers and everything else, it's like, what's the point in us having it?
Yeah, it will just be.
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess we're not doing this anymore since everyone can do it. But other than that, I do.
Oh damn! I pulled a weapon out. Damn! The show's become a typical show. Damn! Unsub. Sorry.
The Twitch cops are going to be after you.
No, they're not. They're not. They'll have to catch me.
But in terms of like entertainment-wise, like I really like making animations and making people laugh. The main focus is trying to entertain people and seeing people's feedback, like liking the animations. I was so happy, but they take so long to make. And then I was like, well, maybe I can do the same sort of thing with like Marvel videos. So I'd record like comebacks if I'm getting thrashed in the game. I'm like, oh man, I hope I'm recording. And then I'd try to make a comeback, and then I'd upload it, and people would be like, oh wow, you made a comeback with Beautiful Joe. That's really cool. And that sort of give you that, like, it wasn't the same as animation because it's kind of like the quick fix to make a video that's recorded. But if people enjoyed it, I'll keep on making them. That's the basic sort of thing. Entertaining and helping people with video games. That's the main reason that I would do it.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, because obviously we have to spend money to actually do this. So, and when people give you feedback, it definitely is cool. I mean, again, I hardly get any hits and whatever. But when. Because the funny thing is, the reason why I carry on doing this show, because this show is up to episode 29, it's like people kept asking, yo, Skirmish, is there going to be a show this week? Because I genuinely thought I would only do 6 episodes and that's it, I'll splurt off. But people just genuinely keep asking, yo, Skirmish, is there going to be a show this week? And I'm just thinking, wow, I've got to put on a show, because it's like...
It's addictive.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely addictive. Yo, Mike, do you get the same thing with your music creating then?
It's... I just put up my Station Square 8-bit, right? And I've got a lot of comments on that. Sometimes I get comments that say, like, your music has brought me to tears, and I'm just like, are you
trolling?
Are you being really nice, or
are you trolling?
It's like
tears of joy or tears of horror?
I think they're mainly like tears of joy, but like, how can I make someone cry at like a 4-track 8-bit piece of like
That's
Sonic
true.
game? Like,
spoilers, it was my comment.
Yeah, no, I get. I tell you what, if you a lot of my music before I did Nova's theme wasn't getting many hits because I was doing popular music like Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga and all that, and that worked for a while. But when Ultimate came out, I was part of the FGC then, and I thought, well, no one else is doing this. Why don't I just 8-bit the whole soundtrack, whether I like the songs or not? And over that whole time, it took me about 1.5 years to do. I've gotten 5,500 subs, and it's been a grand old time. It has been.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, this is kind of interesting because again, the subs that you got, Lythero, and the subs that you got, Mike, they're significantly higher than FGC channels. I've just noticed this pattern because you actually kind of think of some of the most popular FGC YouTube channels like Spooky, Cross Counter. they're actually really minuscule. You know, they're like what I think 66,000. Whereas you know, if you look at something like Maximilian, he's got 120 K subscribers.
The thing is with Maximilian, he obviously he uploads videos, but he's also an entertainer and he's a very good commentator. So unlike, because let's be honest, like Arturo Sanchez, he's a great guy, but he's not very. Yeah, he's not good at. How do I explain it without sounding like a dick? Go
on, Mike! I believe in you. Come on, empathy.
He can help you. Don't
empathy.
Do it.
Go on.
What do you want to say, Lee?
Well, the likes of Maximilian's videos would be very accessible for anyone who's even so much as got an interest in fighting games, as opposed to like all these FGC professional players that would be like talking about frame data, they'd be talking about matchups, they'd be talking about all of the stuff that people who really enjoy the games want to find out to get the competitive edge, as opposed to, you know, laugh at something where like, oh, look at this combo that Maximilian did. I wish I could do that, and then they would, you know, they would go do it for themselves, or they would just they would like the idea of like watching Maximilian play and be like, oh, I wish I could like play that good and talk at the same time and kind of, you know, be funny.
And the thing is with Maximilian as well, this isn't just like fighting games, it's about anything on YouTube. He put himself out there. Like, not only did he commentate over it, but he also put his presence out there, which is why I think he's probably the more successful FGC.
No, it's true. Yeah, he's definitely a personality. Yeah, you could definitely say he's a personality compared to, let's say, do you remember when Fingercrap made those videos and Chris G was dispensing advice? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No, come on.
Them Fingercrap ones were
Yeah, the why we hate, with Jago, because Jago, you could definitely say did have personality. But the thing I wanted to bring up, it's like, let's be honest, the FGC, where they are horribly elite. Well, I don't want to put all of us on blast, but we are a pretty elite community, because it's like the first thing, you know, when Maximilian video circle around was the first thing, you know, we were saying was, but that's all basic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people hate Maximilian because he's popular, which isn't a legitimate reason to hate someone at all, really.
He's got the dream job. Like, he's got the job that every like fighting game player wants to have.
Yeah.
It's spite over anything, I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like most... if you look at the top 8 of Evo this year, Marvel in particular, I'd say, like, Justin Wong and maybe Ramasama are the two people that are actually sort of come off as genuinely nice people. Chris G, F Champ, are just, they come off as just arseholes.
No, Prop, sorry.
They just do.
I know. I mean, okay, your experience is different, but because again, I interviewed Chris G, and again, on the VOD, there'll probably be a link somewhere, probably right above where it says Tournament Standard Time, my interview with Chris G, and
I've seen that.
To be honest, he is, again, you know, in real life, he's a pretty cool guy. I'm sorry, it's like he reminds me so much of...
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. In real life, they're fine, but they put on this persona that makes me hate them.
They have two sort of like personas. They have a facade. Either which one is real? Which one is their real attitude?
Okay, that's worrying. But I don't know. Chris G would because again, that CEO, I would constantly bump into the guy because he was playing the same games I was playing. You know, Skullgirls Pool. He was in my Skullgirls Pool. In Injustice, he was in Injustice, and funny enough, he was playing Dive Kick as well. And it was like he would always be just talking. You know, but like he didn't care who you were. He'll just like be next to you saying, yeah, why does that work? It's like, I don't even understand what that guy's doing. It's like, it was just, I'm sorry, it's just like literally, I was at the arcade again when, you know, when you're surrounded by when you're like behind an arcade cabinet and, you know, there's a match going in front of you, you just randomly start talking and then people behind you will say, yeah, what's that guy up to? And that's what it reminded me of. And again, you know, I did interview him and I did have some personal words that weren't on the interview. And again, I guess, yeah, his online persona, his media betrayal is definitely questionable because, you know, when he did the things like the live on free show and stuff like that, obviously the collusion, which we'll get onto in a minute. But
what he needs right now is an agent that manages his Twitter for him. If he did that, he'd be perfectly fine.
Yes, his Twitter. Actually, that real talk. I think, you know, sponsored members of the FGC should not have Twitter. I think, you know, certain players, it hasn't worked in their favor, shall we say?
Yeah. I think
Skirmish.
that's all we.
You know that interview you did with Chris G? Was that the one where at the end of it the fucking camera knocks over and then Romance's head just pops around the corner? Like,
Yeah, no, that was actually quite hilarious.
that was fucking brilliant. I pissed myself laughing.
Yeah, I'm not even quite sure why Romance was in frame doing that, but I'm so glad it did, because that was a nice little extra.
He got him in the frame.
Oh yeah, for sure. But actually, no, that is a good point, because this was one of the points. It's like, in theory, all these sponsored players, shouldn't they be making content? I mean, that was even one of the criticisms that the Americans said, that why isn't Zach Bennett streaming?
I've got, actually, Zach was talking to me while we were at Evo. I don't think it's a secret, no, because he's meaning to do it for a while. He was speaking to Arturo, and because obviously Arturo is on this max CPM stuff. So I wasn't there when they were talking, but he just told me about it. So Zach will probably be doing something soon. It might just be like small sort of like one combo videos that last 40 seconds with a cool 5-round combo. But to be honest, someone like him, that's all he really needs to do, because he's a known player, he's got a cool team, and he's very good. So for him to then put out videos, he could make a lot of money off that with the right partners and stuff like that.
It's if you want to make, if he's looking to do it for like money, then he would have to be doing it very frequently.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the likes of a fighting game video, it would never be a one-hit wonder.
Oh yeah. I mean, like Maximilian, I think he lives off like what he does on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure he puts a video out every day or every 2 days.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So,
And he gets
Multiple, like three videos.
And he gets like
a day.
100,000 views, per video. That's more than enough to live off of.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things stopping people, like professional players, from like making videos. Like, there's the dedication of like making a video, then people not like really paying attention at the start, and then it's just like getting disappointed from like, I'm a better player than this. People should be watching stuff that I would link. Only a handful of people that know who I am and know that I've got a YouTube. Like I wouldn't know if someone like Chris G has a YouTube channel. I wouldn't know if Justin Wong had a YouTube channel. If I did,
I think
He does, but he's never really uploaded anything for like years.
well, that's the thing. Sorry, what were you
the
saying?
thing
Mike?
is, I'd feel like Chris G could do well on YouTube, but he definitely need someone to help him, because like we said, like people, because Maximilian's good because he can be a presenter. I can't really see Chris G being a presenter and like doing all sort of like the editing, the shooting, the film, all the script writing.
You
all that
know
sort
what? I disagree. I disagree strongly, because again, when the cameras are off, he is a mad talkative guy. Again, it's like I just reckon.
Yeah, but there is a difference between talking to someone and talking to a camera. I can talk to someone, but I can't really talk to a camera.
No, seriously. Had he done more of those "Why We Hate You" shows, or was it hashtag FGC? Was that the Power Ranger ripoff? He was getting a lot better at it. Especially if you for real. It's the same reason why if I do this podcast, I must have another person, because I'm not a one-man show. I could definitely say, Chris would just definitely need a second person to fall back on.
You're there for him, Benta. We know.
So
You got us back.
So it's like, I strongly disagree. Again, it might just be biased because I've met the guy in person, and I definitely reckon if he had a second, he would definitely do a lot better.
I'm going off of, because I've never spoken to him.
I spoke to him tons at CEO, which is why my image of him is a lot different than other people. Because again, it's really easy to hate him, easy hate, because obviously the collusion thing happened because of him and that. But again, in real life, I just see him as a guy that you would just meet in the arcade and stuff like that. And again, totally totally unpretentious. You would just he would not look upon you as you're a nobody. It's like a guy says, what's that guy up to? And it's like,
Let's put it this way: there's the whole sort of bridge of having to cross the fact that you have to learn how to do editing. We kind of take it for granted that we can easily just like record something, quickly edit it, upload it to YouTube. It takes a lot more than we take for granted to learn how to do that stuff, because it's quite confusing at first to get the right equipment and sort of dedicate yourself to that sort of thing. And then there's the other part where like. I was talking to Xanthil about it a while whenever you brought up the topics a week ago, and he says like a lot of professional players are happy where they are because they don't want their technology and their strategies, their skills.
Yes. Some people do keep that, keep theirs until the finals. Although some players like F-Champ, they happily boast, no, I'm not going to hide anything. I stream every day.
Yeah, so a lot of people would be like, I know I've got this thing that I want to show off. Maybe for them getting to top 8 in tournaments, that's their time to do their broadcasting, so to speak, as we would upload a YouTube video. So I'd like to keep that for themselves, so that other people don't quickly learn how to do it. It's one thing to see it on a stream, but for somebody actually to take you step by step how to do something with a character in fighting game, then everyone knows how they can properly do it, and then it's no longer their own trait. It takes someone who knows how the game works really well to actually figure out what somebody's doing most of the time, if it's something really good.
Okay.
But see, the people who hide the technology are kind of, I don't want to say holding us all back. But imagine if that video with the Trish TAC Infinite was never released. We wouldn't be doing Infinites right now.
Probably.
I wouldn't say never. It would eventually be.
It's possible.
It would be. Yeah, but if that video never came out, the way the game is played today wouldn't be the same, unless they were found later down the line. So, obviously, it depends how powerful the tech is, but I would love to make videos about my tech, but I just don't have the equipment. So, that's another thing. You've got to buy all the equipment, and some people don't have money.
Well, Mike, there is this guy. He's got all this streaming equipment, and he's really, really mobile and can be on the go. Especially when players are suddenly out of nowhere. So just having to know a guy.
What's your commission fee, huh?
Nothing, because I'm called the people. I'm called the People Stream. If you're going to call yourself the People Stream, you should do what you say on the tin. Otherwise, I should be called the CPM Stream.
Max CPM.
Yeah, Max CPM. Sorry. Okay, skirmish failure number. Where is it now, Bento?
About 4,236.
Bruv, you're exaggerating. It's
in and around.
Yeah, bruv, you're exaggerating. It's it's probably 1,000. But anyway. But anyway, then the one last point I wanted to finish off. No, because the reason why I make the comparisons between Maximilian and Cross Counter is because people like Gutex, Mike Ross, they're far more respected, but yet their content, their numbers are far lower. And you kind of think their content isn't that far different because when they were originally doing their excellent adventures, they were just two guys on a couch trolling people by playing people online, which is not too dissimilar to what you're doing, Lythero, is it not?
I'm afraid to say I wasn't quite paying attention. Doing what?
No, I was just saying, Cross Counter. When Mike Ross and Gutex, they would just basically play. They would just basically play a load of guys online and just troll people, with characters.
Yeah.
But that's not too far from what you're doing, isn't it?
What do you mean with ranked ramblings?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's fun. But it's I like to try. Ranked ramblings is more a case of that cross counter thing where you just go online and get what you can get and do it all in one take and pray that it doesn't go horribly to the point where you might have to restart it in case of something terrible happens. Like if somebody rage quits 5 times in a row, it's what's the point in uploading this? But that has another place. Whenever you're recording specific rage quits, that's fun. And that's another way of taking the piss of how everyone loves to take their losses and just pull the plug and go offline instead. But then there's the other one where I would try and open a lobby and try and get something funny to happen and then put it together in a lobby shenanigans video. Haven't got enough funny content for that though. The next one. Because it's very difficult to find people with microphones these days. That's the best, whenever you find someone online with a microphone.
Oh, that's true.
My ears literally perk up and go, oh, there's a microphone. Make sure you're recording in case something hilarious happens, or in case somebody literally screams across their Connect and chucks. That's one thing. That's actually one thing that made me get a recording system, because I was playing Vanilla Marvel against some dude from Italy, and I swear to God, this is nowhere to lie. I beat him in a match online, and I could hear through his Connect him screaming, and then I heard the controller whistle through the freaking room and smack into the wall just before he cut off, and he quit it out.
Well, do you know what a funny thing is? I would never. Again, because you're playing online games, you really shouldn't take it seriously in that. And again, you do it in COD. But as a fighting game, because obviously we're mad obsessed with our datas, I would not play anyone with a headphone, because I know for a fact. I don't know if it's true that audio, using voice chat does actually cause a bit of lag because you're wasting bandwidth.
Uh-huh.
So I would, so yeah, that's just kind of sounds funny that, oh my god, somebody's got a headset, and it's like, and we'll have more even laggier match than before.
Yeah, but for like, it's totally worth it. It probably will have more lag, but I don't care. The lag is the last thing that you think of because Marvel's shit anyway. Marvel is a terrible game online.
Yeah.
It's like, what difference does it make? It's like the difference between fighting in a tub of custard and fighting in a tub of custard full of snails. You know, that's the difference that you're talking about.
You know, that was the funny thing when I first got into like playing. I started playing fighting games online. I'd always have my headset on because I always used to play COD the whole time. Like you never come across anybody with a headset on in fighting games. Very rare.
That's why
that's probably a good thing in my opinion. I'm sorry, that's just
it's not as funny though, man. I used to in playing Search and Destroy in COD used to be some of the funniest things ever. The amount, because obviously everyone's got a headset on and you hear everyone, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, whenever a new game comes out, that's whenever I get really excited if there is like a patch for Marvel, because that's like the only chance that you'll hear people on ranked with headsets ever again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first game I played on Injustice online.
Oh my god, no.
I beat someone without losing a round, and I was called a hacker, and that was and I was like, well, it's the first few days of the game, so it's gonna happen.
That's the best.
I used to get stuff like that late in the days of Tekken 6. Like back when I
Hack Tekken.
No. Well, almost, yeah. Just before Tekken Tag 2 came out, I'd be playing Tekken 6. And I'll admit, I was pretty fraudulent back then. But like, and the amount of weirds, like you get people on headsets like, oh, this guy's using a lag switch.
Yeah. I'm a Tekken veteran. I know you're lagging. I know you're hacking this.
He was on a headset and he sent me a message. And on the message he goes, "Good game." Then he goes, "John 3:16," and he starts quoting the Bible to me.
What?
I was like, what the fuck? He was like, "The shepherd said to his child," and all shit like that. I was like, and it was a really deep, menacing voice as well. It was fucking hilarious. Oh my god! And I got like 2 more from him in the next week, just quoting fucking passages from the Bible. Oh man, it was so fucking funny.
You don't know where that person was from, Berchard?
He must have been American because he sounded very American. Like a really deep, menacing voice. It was hilarious. Oh man, Tekken 6 online was one of the funniest things ever. You had so many hilarious people on that.
Oh man. Okay. All right. We've discussed the content bit. So pure and simply, top players, they're either hiding their shit, they're not computer literate, or they don't have the... no, but real talk, buying the necessary piece of equipment is kind of... Yeah, it's kind of awkward, and you do have to look up how to do it and stuff like that. So
I think most people are just lazy.
Yeah,
that's it. Building the momentum and getting the motivation to bother like making a channel. It takes a lot of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because again, I was just doing my interviews. These are just really simple interviews, and it's like... Obviously, you know, you want to edit it nice, you want to have opening themes, you want to have little titles, you think, wow, this is taking so long just to do a 5-minute video. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, one of your layers wasn't on properly. You forgot to mute the sound on that layer. Yeah, for sure.
So, that's probably many reasons.
Okay. Anyway, we're now going to move on to this new thing I want to try out before the Q&As, because I want to do guest topics. So, have any of you brought any guest topics? If not, I've got some anyway.
Guest topics, Mike. The floor is open.
Or you've already got? Have you aired them out already?
What haven't we talked about? I don't know. Well, what are your topics? And then maybe I'll think of some.
Okay. You know, I real talk. I DM'd all 3 of you like 7 hours ago, and you didn't use that time to sort of think of one. Damn!
I'm dedicated.
I said talk about potential balance changes for our supposed loyal characters if a Marvel
that's a good one.
balance does come around.
Also, before we talk about that, I did go to the effort of hooking up the recording equipment just in case. It was like, that's my extra thing that I've given to your show.
Here's
that's
what
your
do.
extra option.
You play Marvel, we'll talk about balance changes or some fucking shit.
Oh, I don't know. I want to be a part of the conversation.
Okay. All right, in that case,
I can play it if you want. Like,
I think. Well, come on. I think some of these new viewers they want to see you bang out. So yeah. So
you could just go into the
Skirmish
training
wants
room
you for
and
that
we could
CDM.
discuss changes that way.
Oh, jeebus.
I mean, you don't have to.
We'll see if it works, but there is no audio.
Okay, I'll just make your window really mahoosive.
Mahoosive? Mahusive.
It'd be like the TST version of FGTV balance changes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that?
Except they won't be awful changes.
The Luigi, I love that icon. Oh yeah, lose again.
Wow, it's kind of pixelated, but hopefully this will
Oh,
work.
it's super pixelated.
And Bento is appear to be. Oh, Dram, hold up with your window.
Yo!
Yes,
I
you
can
appear to
remove
be.
the little Lythero sticker.
At the start of the show.
You're the Wolverine that's about to get stabbed.
Ooh, getting stabbed. Yeah, I know about that. Well, almost getting stabbed anyway. There we go. Actually,
Okay.
no, that is too kind of pixelated, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it kind of is. I mean, like, on my end, it's pretty good, but whenever you look at the stream, it looks pretty dire.
Hold
Can
up.
you not, like, can you enlarge, like, my thing on Skype as opposed to...
No, because obviously was it XSplit? All it does is it's got this weird thing where you can essentially do a screen
Yes.
region without a screen region.
Okay.
Actually, that looks arse, doesn't
It
it?
looks pretty shit, yeah.
Okay, it looks
Can't even
arse.
see the
Okay,
fucking words, man.
all right.
I don't
Okay,
even
never
know
mind.
if I'm
What it
playing
was. Put
arcade
it back to the way it was.
Okay, never mind. In that case,
Just
we'll have.
Just go back to the four-man pain and do whatever you want. Like.
Okay, so
I'll just do a stream later on. It'll be fine.
yeah, no worries then.
Play now.
Okay, so
Actually, I'll just leave it like that.
all right, we have. Okay, so if you guys can squint, then yeah. So what was your topic then, Bento?
I was just gonna say, I talk about potential balance changes for our respective characters.
Okay, if I get back into Marvel, I want Chris Redfield to sort of be, I don't know, a 300% better than he is now. Yeah, that'll do
Dude,
me.
Chris
You know
Redfield's
what?
really good.
Yeah,
Chris
actually,
Redfield's
I know he is. I know he's good, but he could
you
be.
need a good assist, and his combos become fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I know he's good, but I wouldn't be better. Even better, I want him to be top tier. I want him to be really super broken.
At Evo, I played GC Yoshi,
Whoa.
and he has completely changed what I think about Chris. I think Chris is a very good character now.
It's-
Really?
Playing against him was absolutely insane, because that's meant to be a good matchup for me, but his Chris is really good. So
No,
there you
Chris
go.
is actually a really underlooked character. You just need some good assists, and you're basically gonna get pretty much kill combos if you have 1 meter, because he has he can gain meter really good, and his combos are pretty damaging anyway.
Zampel was a
he
good
is a
player, so
very,
I know how
very
dangerous he
good
can be.
Okay. No, the stream's not amused. I don't think.
Oh, should I turn this off?
Yeah, it's we need more than
Okay.
glasses. Yep.
I'm in the middle of fucking... Oh, Jesus, I just...
Oh, well, you're in
Which
ranked.
bit?
What?
Which
You're playing? Oh no, wait. Was that? No. Let's play it out. Let's cheer for the. Let's cheer for the
I can't even play
Lythero.
yet, so I'm probably getting hit because I can't see the screen. Oh god! Doing missiles of Virgil.
I can just enlarge it in my Skype window so I can see it perfectly.
Yeah, you guys can. But
Fuck the stream, they don't need to watch it.
each one's alive. It's like it's XSplit and oh god.
Yeah, but if you win, you will be super godlike, though.
We'll see.
He is playing fucking Chris G's team after all.
Oh god!
Oh, dude.
Oh,
I can block this. I can't block this. Go, Joe. Get in there, Joe. Yeah, whatever.
this is probably the most surreal experience of TST ever. We're watching somebody. What? It's streamception. Why we're streaming? I'm streaming this. He's now streaming that. And oh, whatever. This is.
Ah, god. I hate Joe's like crouching medium. That's the worst. If there's ever a buff for Beautiful Joe, it's the buff is crouching medium. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And he's even giving suggestions on how to buff his characters.
Yeah.
I mean,
I messed around with Joe a few days ago, actually. After that Joe tutorial came out, that crouching medium is horrible.
It's so bad. It's like it's been the bane of my existence for
Yeah,
years.
I can imagine. So
And I still haven't gotten used to it.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Yeah, you got me. I'm gonna get destroyed. Unless I can make some sort of ridiculous Dante X Factor comeback.
Do you play people from America then?
Yeah, I have to.
whoa there.
Yeah, my
That's-
connection with them is just too bad. So I don't know. I just have to hope
Yeah,
someone's
no,
online.
this guy knows what I'm doing, so... It's GG's from now.
Fuck
Oh,
dive!
wait,
Fuck dive!
Go on, X Factor comeback. Yes.
I'm not even doing the freaking devil trigger thing. Whatever. Only 30 seconds left.
Yes, this is the slideshow version of Lythero's match. Yes, this is an exclusive. It's a 5-frame version of what he normally does, without any snappy music and commentary in the background and animations.
Nah, you got me. Ah, you got me. Yeah, that's it. I lost spectacularly to Morgan.
Okay,
No, I can
I
switch this up
thought.
now, yeah?
Yep, I thought you were
Okay.
just gonna play some training mode. I didn't actually think you were gonna actually go online. That's kind
Yeah,
of. That's
why
kind
not?
of that's kind of silly, bruv.
What's the point? There's nothing entertaining by me dicking around in training mode.
Really? Oh,
Well,
you
so
weren't gonna.
if we go in training mode, we could pick the characters we want to talk about, and then we could demonstrate.
If
Okay,
it
that-
looked good. If it looked good. So maybe in another time whenever we
Yeah,
That's
it-
true.
it
That's
does look a bit.
yeah, that's true. We'll have to set up another way, or I would have to game capture it myself, and then we could scroll through the characters, which I probably should have done actually. But okay, so those are the guest topics then. Anything else then? No. Okay, I'll just bring up my one, and yes, this is definite one.
We didn't even talk about
I was
balance
about to say,
changes,
we
for
didn't
fuck's
even-
sake.
Oh, we did.
Jesus Christ, Skirmish.
Oh, sorry.
He's just like, fuck your question, Bento. I don't care. Do my own fucking question. Jesus
I want to
Christ.
hear your questions,
Go
General
on it.
Skirmish.
Stop sucking up to him, Lee.
Okay, we're going to talk about VX. We're going to talk about VXG because again, this is on my plate since last week, and again, I've kind of got a personal investment in this because obviously Rolando did come on my show a while back, and so I'm just curious. So, who here watched the stream then? All of us? Like
Which
fair,
one?
the VXG stream.
I watched some of it.
Ah.
I watched the latter half of it.
Okay, you missed the epic first half.
What was the epic first half?
Worse than the second half that you saw.
Please tell me, what did I miss?
No, you didn't really miss anything. It just kind of went bad. Like, nothing really
Oh,
went
okay.
bad.
Okay.
So-
Well, no. Okay, I don't want to. I mean, without sounding hypocritical, I don't really want to put Rolando Bryson on blast. But again, this VXT did bring up a lot of questions that, that have been brought up before, and we finally got the answers for them. And it's like, but before we bring it up, so what did we all think of VXG then, Mike?
Well, I'm gonna have to be honest. I thought it was average.
Wow, you'll be mad diplomatic. I respect you, man. I
Yeah.
respect you.
I learned that Jessica Negri has a lovely personality.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
an excellent personality. Yes.
Yes.
What-
Of course.
I thought it was funny that Maximilian came on and went on commentary. I thought it was also kind of funny, but a shame that everyone literally kept on spamming hate in the chat. I think it's...
In all fairness, it was like he had to kill the dead time. If there wasn't so much dead time,
Yeah.
it would have been a lot better. But because there was,
No kidding.
I think
He threw himself into the fray
Yeah.
just to get butchered alive.
I think he did a really good job. He could be a very good commentator, but I've just got Dr. Doom has to go because it's not happening.
And there's not even that. Whenever he was also commentating along with who was it? Was it
Combo Fiend or Justin?
no, not Combo Fiend.
Was it Mike Ross?
no,
Gutex?
yeah, Gutex and Jessica
Gutex.
Negri.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whenever he was commentating with Gutex, like Gutex didn't even know what Marvel was all about. He didn't know
Yeah.
how it worked. So Maximilian was trying to explain how the game works.
Yeah,
to
that's.
Gutex. And then people were like, "We fucking know what an X Factor is, Maximilian. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You see,
It's like-
Maximilian explaining Marvel to Gutex was like Gutex explaining Street Fighter to Jessica Negri.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. Yeah, that's.
I was more convinced that Jessica Negri at least had interest in what was happening.
And the thing is, right, I thought Jessica Negri was actually kind of funny. She was saying some funny stuff, but I do not want to watch Gutex trying to fucking get in there. The top 8 of my fucking commentary. He was trying to get stuck in. I do not want to watch that fighting in Torment.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was
Well,
like,
okay.
"Oh,
I
look,
think.
look at my tan lines, and he's like, "Ooh, look at them!" Oh, fuck's sake!
Okay. I think we could all
It was
agree.
something else. Put it that way.
Okay. I think we could
Bento,
all
this is a
agree.
very roundabout way for you to look like you're petting me on the head.
Yeah. Okay, I think we could all agree that the stream was not good. I mean, there's no hiding.
Well,
The stream wasn't
But the
good.
thing I want to say about VXG
Yes.
is, that for as a tournament, it needs a bit of work. The tournament wasn't ran for obviously. Like I heard, obviously I watched like the On Blast show and all that, so I've heard all the feedback from it. The tournament needs a lot of work, but apparently the event itself and the actual
Well, yeah, because
vacation,
it's
all that came with it was
it's on a tropical
fucking amazing.
yeah, it's on a tropical
Yeah,
island. You
the-
can't fail.
The beach.
Yeah,
Beach.
but my whole yeah, but
That's
the whole
the thing, though, because
yeah.
the people who organise this, they are like on the tourism board, so they'll know how to fucking throw a party. They don't really have any experience in running a tournament, but I mean, it's only their fucking second year as a tournament, so you know you can't expect it to be fucking amazing, can you? It needs work, but a fair fucks to them for working with what they had.
Okay, because like I said, it brought up some really interesting questions because of what happened is in case of do we yeah, it was sold as a tournament, but realistically, it was really supposed to be.
It wasn't. It was sold as a gamer's vacation, which what I think it was.
Yes, but it got kind of hijacked by a certain person. But he's no longer part of the team, so so hopefully by next year that miscommunication won't actually happen again. And
It doesn't
again,
even have to be like that because the likes of World Game Cup, it was also a game convention. There was loads of people there, but it was so well run as a tournament in Cam.
no, because because this was the actual point. Because I think because I think was it on my very first show of TST, Worst Chief argued that actually holding an event would be better in London, just because people would want to go to London because obviously you can do more things there compared to, let's say, cheaper venues like, say, the Midlands, where everything would just be a lot more cheaper and it'd be fair on everybody as they would have an equal distance to travel. Well, apart from the fact if you're from Birmingham yourself, you'd be like, yay, we don't have to go anywhere.
Man, that would be so unfair.
Yeah, but still, but logically, if you've got a country, the middle of it should, in theory, be fair for everyone to travel the equal distance rather than we're just going to hold it on the other side of the country, although not an issue for Evo, but anyway, that's another point. But the whole point was, what VHD brought up was, I don't think, I don't know, again, there were mad extenuating circumstances because, again, it's on a tropical island, i.e. it wasn't part of the United States, so whatever. So even to the Americans who are a lot closer, it would still be expensive compared to... Because, again, I wanted to go to that event because, Rolando Bryson did come on my show. He gave me a bloody... The sales pitch, again, I was just watching that episode again. I was thinking, holy F! You get... they pretty much pick you up from the airports themselves. You get free breakfast. You get the parties, and it's like, it was just a mad package. But cynically thinking about it now, when I went to CEO, I was just focused on the tournament part. I mean, the only time I actually even went out was just to eat, and that was it. So, BulbaMike, would you, let's say, go to the beach for the vacation, or would you? Well, if you wanted to go to a tropical island, you would just go to it anyway.
No, I'd never go because I hate the sun and I hate the beach.
No wonder you're so pale. It makes sense.
Exactly. The sun can go away and the beach can go away, and I want it to rain every day, all day. The end.
Damn, Mike, your world is pretty bleak. That's no wonder you make music.
I love the rain, man. The rain's amazing.
Well, the thing is with that is that like some tournaments, market themselves as just a tournament. It's all about the tournament. Where others are events. It's a tournament and there's more to it. Which, I feel like CEO is more of an event. Like, there's a lot more to do with that than just the tournament.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was there. Yeah, there was more.
And then other things might just be more just straight about the tournament, straight about the fun. And, it obviously entirely depends on the tournament organizer, what he's going for. And VXG tried to do something different, and I feel they're fairly successful. It just needs a bit of work.
It's true. It's true, but again, expectations were just so high because, again, I'm gonna probably have to find it. But Rolando did say on my show that he was expecting 1,000 people when I saw the stream, and there was just I mean, I don't want to blow the guy. I don't want to blow the guy up, but it was on my stream. I definitely did hear him say that he estimated 1,000 people would be there. And again, it's a case of
example is
yes.
They're getting Kari Tagawa over to hold that dinner, which sadly Kari Tagawa.
Yeah, to be honest, that's not their fault. He did basically get stuck on a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, they said that the first 200 people to pre-register for Mortal Kombat get to go to that dinner.
Oh, that was so godlike. Yeah.
36 people entered Mortal Kombat.
Oh
which,
shit.
Yeah. Which apparently the Mortal Kombat tournament was fucked up. Like the person who was running the brackets for it, they just enter people's names like 1,000 times. Like people would be entered into it like 3 different times. So they would be like they'd lose twice, but they just keep on playing, like try to like scumbag their
Oh,
way in.
that's the worst. Whenever people are like playing casuals and you literally like one time I was playing casuals at Super versus Battle and a guy refused to leave the set with that he was playing me for about 20 matches. There's 20 matches. There was literally a queue waiting for like another go. It was winner stays on, best 2 to 3, then move on. And the guy didn't win a single round, and he literally was like, "No, I'm not going anywhere until I win a match. Fuck this dude. Fuck Phoenix Wright. Fuck everything." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get some lunch. Bye."
Whoa. But anyway, Lythero, so for your selection of a tournament, does the location or does the actual tournament matter more than the overall package then?
I will travel far distances so long as the like community spirit is great and the tournaments organized.
Then you need to come to CEO. Again, the community
know what,
there.
Honest to God, but after what Mike said and after what after what Mike said about Evo and what you said about CEO is certainly looking a lot more appealing. To
Bro, no, real rap. Oh, God, I don't want to use that term. I don't know where I picked.
You're starting to sound like Triforce, man.
Oh no. Greetings. Actually, do you know what? I wanted to do a gag with a power glove. So if I do get a power glove, I will do that gag at some point. But anyway, sorry. But yeah, okay. Sorry. It's damn it, Bento. It's your damn fault for making me watch those episodes. I got it stuck in my vocabulary. Real rap. There's a danger. Oh, sorry. Damn. Sorry.
Just do what they're talking about in the latest one, where they're saying because Triforce has left the FGC. And they're saying that
again, but
at CEO, he's just going to come out and running out into the ring with 2 power gloves on to the Ultimate Warrior theme, and just fucking put his hands up in the air. That would be so fucking.
Oh, dude, no! Again, you have to be at CEO with that ring. It's like I don't know. It had a weird effect on people. People were just doing all kinds of stupid things. Hold up! I'll bring up the video. I'll bring up the video right now.
We talked about on the previous episode with Lionel. More events need to do that, like even not just a wrestling ring, but just have like entrance music. That would be so godlike. Because I mean, like everyone grew up watching fucking wrestling as a kid. How awesome would it be to fucking walk up to the stage with your own theme music? That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, again, hold on.
That's one thing more events really need to do.
Again, but overall, so Lythero, again, it's all about the community. You would not really care if it was on a tropical island, because again, my problem was. Because the first time I ever left the country was for just CEO. It's kind of weird thinking about it now because I'm a bit of a.
No, you went up to Scotland for hype spotting.
That's not really another.
Hype spotting was nice. I like hype spotting.
I don't know. If you're talking semantics, technically, yeah, it was another country, but we're in the United Kingdom. We are one country, are we not? I mean,
it's not that far of a journey, but I thought it was worth going to. I enjoyed hype spotting because everyone was. They were friendly. There is a lot of like energy whenever people were watching games. There's a lot of hype. There's
yes, the Scots.
Casuals were good, and the venue was good, and it didn't cost a ridiculous amount to get food. So, what's there not to like?
Oh yeah, again for sure.
Yes, Skirmish, didn't you say that everyone just went to a fucking Greg's?
Yeah, they did. It was just across the streets. I'm sorry. It's like I don't know. I don't know whether or not it was just the center of Glasgow and whatever. It's just all the food places were just perfectly spaced. You just walk outside. You just pick up some melted cheese and cheese beans and was it sausage and it was like 89 pence. Go inside. Yum. Yeah, play some fighting games. Yeah, perfect.
Lee's trying to show his fucking game collection.
No, I'm listening though. I'm paying attention. I'm just multitasking.
I'll slowly move my camera over up to the few I have on the wall.
Few that kind of looks.
No, I'm just seeing people like calling me a casual faggot.
Geek.
Oh, you got a Resident Evil 4 poster. So do I.
Yep. Hold on.
I can't.
Fucking camera.
It's whatever. It's not worth it. You can believe me. It's over there.
Mike,
somewhere.
your geek swag. It is unimpressive. It looks like.
I've got a Japanese flag for some reason. I still don't know why.
Why do you have a Japanese flag?
I think I got it during the World Cup, and I just thought it'd be funny. to keep it.
Okay, that's bizarre. That's bizarre logic. But yeah, to finish. Yeah, but to finish up. I don't know. I think it did actually show. Yeah, VXG did actually show that perhaps the because again they were selling the location, but perhaps ultimately us tournament players, we really are just focused more on the tournament part. Again,
Absolutely.
because to me, my great disappointment was because it was so small. You just asked yourself, what was the point? Because again, Marvel was only 40 players, and half of them were like the killers of the world. So it would be like, yeah, you just think, what was the point?
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if there was a bigger turnout, but
Again, I mean, it sounds horrible that I'm slagging on VXG and that, but again, it was a case of I did at one point consider going there, but the reason why I didn't go there was because, it was really bloody expensive, and it was a case of when you have to choose between that and Evo, though Mike, unfortunately, didn't think much of Evo, unfortunately.
It was good.
But,
it just wasn't.
Well, because,
great.
yeah.
the main thing that you said about it that rang bells for me is the fact that it's all run on PS3s, and I do use an Xbox 360 controller. So that would be a big if that wasn't the case, then I would just probably look past everything else.
Yeah, I mean PS3 isn't. I don't think PS3 is bad as I'm making it out to be. There are a lot of frame drops, but it's not that laggy. For me, it's more the fact. It's the fact that I have to use a converter.
It shouldn't be laggy though. I mean, whenever it comes to competitive play, it's, it's a big deal for some folks. They like to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. I mean, if
play.
a 360 pad player made it to top 8, I would congratulate them many a time because.
Ooh.
I mean, you looked at the top 8; they're all stick players, and obviously they were good players.
Did that Cloud 805 guy? Did he play on PS3 pad or 360?
Oh,
pad?
you know what? I don't know actually. I think it was actually PS3, but I'm not sure actually.
Well, he was using online wire, so he's probably used to the lag.
Okay. By the way, just to finish up, because again, it does sound like I was shitting on VXG, but no, it's just my tremendous disappointment because I swear to God, he did come on my show and he did say he would estimate 1,000 people would be there. And again, it does ask the question that perhaps the FGC, they are definitely more interested in the tournament than the actual venue. Because think about it. How many people from the UK and Europe still made it out to Evo? And the amount of money spent to get to Evo would have been the same amount of money to get to VXG. Evidently more people were interested in the event, which in this case was the biggest fighting game tournament in the world, rather than the whole experience of a vacation. Because again, you cynically think about it. Yeah, if you wanted to go on a vacation, there's a lot cheaper ways to do it. Especially we in our case, we just go to the Algarve, Corfu, Ibiza for whatever bizarre reason. But again,
Skirmish hitting up all the clubs.
Popping bottles.
Anyway, but again, because I did have a really, really infamous long conversation with Rolando in private about some of these matters, and I do believe he did. Yeah, he definitely. This is not a sham. He definitely did mean well, and
you know what, Skirmish, you should actually try to get Rolando on again if you
I
want.
do want to, but it's a case of you've noticed he skipped out. He skipped out the second show. If he wants to come on, I'm definitely welcome. Again, I'll even set it up again. But again, it's a case of he's kind of ducked out twice now. So hopefully, if he does watch this show and he watch the second bit, I'll be happy to redo it. But again,
everybody tweet at the Video X Games and at It's Your Boy Rolando. Get him on TST.
Again,
get Rolando on TST.
Third attempt, because again, it was like he was supposed to come on the second show where, funny enough, I got you on and we were supposed to talk with Worst Keith, because again, but no, he did explain the situation because it happened in the controversy when the European players didn't get their games and the thing was came Blue River, and the reason he gave was definitely acceptable. But again, it's that's definitely for another show. Anyway. Time for the Q&A, and again, we've got some nice questions lined up. We could put them in the chat.
I have a question for Lythero.
Okay.
When's Lobby Shenanigans 3?
Okay, that was one of the questions, yeah.
That's probably about 50% of the tweets to him gone right now.
It's 50% of my fucking comments. It's 50% of the conversation that I have with anyone that I talk to in real life. Like, well, Mac, how's work? Where's Lobby Shenanigans 3? Like, fuck's sake, Mac, I've had enough of your shit. And then I don't talk to him at the water cooler anymore at work. However, I tried to make Lobby Shenanigans 3 like a couple of weeks ago, and then I realized that there's some funny content that I have, but a lot of it just wasn't funny. So I said, screw it, I'm not making it. I'll try and find more funny footage. So I have recently been trying to make lobbies online every weekend whenever I do have the time to try and get some more funny footage. So I basically tweet like, guys, I'm making a lobby. Bring your headset. I don't specifically say I'm getting footage for Lobby Shenanigans 3 because if I do, then people are usually like, oh, did you get that? Did you get that?
Oh,
I can't
God.
wait to see that in Lobby Shenanigans 3. I'm just like,
Damn.
but you know, I'm always keeping an eye out if there is something hilarious, and I have gotten almost enough. I need to get more stuff than just BulbaMike saying it's time to go to bed. I need to get How to Read on as well, because How to Read says that he wanted to get in a bit of that action.
Whoa! He wanted to get onto your videos, man. You got a fan.
He just wanted to have some fun. I didn't say anything about
You wanted
shenanigans.
YouTube fame.
Yeah, he wanted YouTube fame. It's
he didn't say anything about YouTube fame.
I mean, evidently, Winner Stays On streams, they're not enough for him. He's had enough of the Harry Potter jokes and...
how can man will tag 4 times?
Yeah. and getting those nasty comments on the streams and commentary chat on SRK saying, that player does not know how to pick his team orders.
Poor guy.
But anyway...
so much respect for the man.
Gotcha. Anyway, next question. We got Alan Graham, W4 Ninja, General Skirmish. So... You talk about the great FGC community island. From what you know, what do you and Lythero think of the US FGC? Why don't you start, Lythero? Because again, I've got enough to say about that.
What do I think about the what? The fighting game?
No, the American one, the US one.
Oh, the American one. It's doing quite well as it is. What is there to say about it? It's got all the players going for it. It's got all the professionals. It's got all the commentators. It has all of the streaming setups. It has all of the, tournaments that it needs. So it's pretty much... I hope that it hasn't jumped the shark because of the whole shenanigans recently with VXG. There's been news about sponsors that were about to make fighting games into a bigger thing than it was for the past ever.
Yes.
And that's sad to hear because it makes me think that maybe we'll have another chance, or maybe the fighting game community will have another chance to make things better again, make it more accessible, make it more successful. But at the moment, I think that America's got things going really well, but they really need to sort of tighten their game up. They need to be a bit more accepting towards people that want to take part as players and as sponsors.
Okay. Yeah, my take is, again, I'll be honest, again, my position is different because I wasn't necessarily there in the player's capacity and, I was more definitely there media. But from my experience with not just the top players, but with just the American FGC in general, they are, I'm sorry to say this, they are just exactly like us. It's actually really bloody scary. It was actually freaking me out. It was like, as I was walking down the streets or I was in CEO, it was like, man, that looks like an American version of that looks like an American version of SYN Syndicate or no Aaron. Why did I say Syndicate? That's their group. I mean of Aaron or Don D. But then I realised no, don't be stupid. They're in the UK. Why would they be here? It was like they are just exactly like us. It's just really really scary. It's like you would just, as I was saying, if there's a match going on and Chris G is next to you, he'll just start randomly talking or and. Just like it is, and Winner Stays On. The only difference is some of the words are slightly different and they've got funny accents. It says, damn, that nigga sucks. But it's like, I think but that happens in Winner Stays On as well. I mean, I'm not quite sure, damn, that nigga sucks. It'll be something else. But still, it'll be like, they're pretty much identical to us. It's just really, really scary. And it's like, that's the reason why my opinion of them has changed, because I just thought, well, because their scenes are a lot more advanced than ours, that you would think, yeah, they're like really Hollywood, but they're not. They're just really like us.
Their scenes are better, but they're just human. They're the same as us.
Yeah.
As far as players go, they have more experience though.
Yeah, definitely. In their respective games, Marvel, etc. Well, probably just really Marvel, because just saying, Europe has been kicking the Americans' ass at SF4, so at least we can lay claim to that.
Does Mike have anything else to say?
The 7v7. USA versus Europe.
Okay. I stand corrected. Actually, Mike, do you want to chime in? What was your general response to the American FGC, not just the top players then?
I don't really have anything to add
You-
apart from what Lythero said. What he said was pretty much spot
Spot
on. They are pretty much exactly the same as
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, they
There's
are.
not-
Yeah,
I, mean,
again,
I think we have to be honest and say that they are generally better than us. But in terms of a community, they're just exactly the same.
again, it's like, if you bet, because you said yourself, Lythero, and you yourself, BulbaMike, you were in, you went to hype spotting. It was pretty much the same thing. It's like we would all be smashed. We would all be trash talking, shit talking them. But then, after the game's done, you would just, go to a Chippy or McDonald's or Mackie D, and you just have a meal and you just talk afterwards. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly identical. And because it's like, when I got back from CEO, some people say, those Americans, they're a load of shitheads. And I'm thinking, I had to stand correct and said, no, man,
they're
don't
all
be
on the same
hating.
team.
Yeah, they're the same.
Especially whenever you do that and you go out and have a bite. Like, we went out to McDonald's, and then, like, you have that sort of, like, separation between the people who are play casual, sort of, and people who have a lot of experience. And then whenever you're all in the same area in public, if there was some, like, drunk guy that started, like, freaking causing a commotion, everyone was in the same boat. Everyone was just like, oh, guys, should we go? The police are coming.
Wait, what? Which high spot did you go to?
Not the last one. The
one before.
Yeah, because the last one before we had.
We had
there was a drunken ordeal there.
There was the cat.
funniest thing.
If you look it up online, I think it's World Star, and it was essentially it was. I think the quote was it was Marvel Grand Finals in McDonald's, Glasgow, and basically it was a cat.
Everyone was like yelling "Bionic Arm," and I was
I know,
like,
OTGG, World Star. Whatever the F that is.
I feel bad for missing that.
You were there, were you, Mike? Or you missed out on the fun?
Yeah, I was definitely there.
It was like the woman. It was like obviously her dress was torn up and crap. It was like we got a good view. Well, I didn't really look. It was just a case of that was just savage. It was like who'd have thought women?
It was X23 versus Phoenix. That's all it was. And then Dogs Phoenix Rose.
Yeah, he's not exaggerating. It was proper savage. You would never think women could be that violent. Damn.
That's crazy. Great.
Okay, bad tangent. Anyway, let's finish off these Twitter questions since they were nice enough, and then we'll take some from the chat then. Here's one for you. Mr. Bulbous of Mike. Arthur McCall or Cubic Fools asked question.
Cubic Fools.
Yeah. Question for BulbaMike. How far did you get in the tournament at Evo? Wasn't really paying attention while it was on.
Oh.
I don't think it's...
Here, no, hang on. I got some tissues here somewhere.
It's I lost my first match, then I won my one in losers, and then I lost my next match.
You got on the stream though, didn't you?
Yes, I lost on stream though, so.
But you did get on stream. I'd rather lose on stream than not be on stream at all.
At least I didn't go 0-2. If I went 0-2, I would have jumped in the canals and just called it a life. But I did a bit badly.
Here we go. We got the Deadpool. Yeah, the Deadpool owns Mr. BulbaMike. Why didn't you use Frank at Evo? I know you use Frank West with Schumer.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that one video I made. I made a combo video of Frank and Schumer synergy, and now everyone probably thinks I play Frank and Schumer when I don't at all. I just
I was going to say about Frank and Schumer, right? I started getting back into Marvel recently, and I was in practice mode playing that team. And I was really getting into really liking, starting to find out some cool stuff and all that. And all of a sudden, my fucking Marvel disc breaks.
Oh,
It's random.
Everyone's Marvel disc is broken. Mike's
Fucking disgusting.
Is yours broken?
mine's
Yours still works? Right, hang on 1 second. This isn't a show and tell or anything. This is evidence. Okay?
I will submit the evidence.
Marvel discs, right? They always seem to break on the inside in a little ring. Like every disc I always see has little cracks there. My mates does whenever I'm in tournaments, I always see that. There's something wrong with Marvel discs, man. I've never seen any other game
more
disc
than
like
just these
that.
three, but there's 3 Marvel discs.
Fuck's sake.
I've gone through at least 3 of them so far. There's always a crack on the inside.
How the hell can you go through 3 discs? How?
It's the same thing.
Marvel discs are just weird, man. They seem like
they're
I don't know what it is. Like they just seem shitly built.
I can't even work that out.
It gets worse every time you play it. It gets more cracked on the inside of the disc. Whenever you take
Yeah.
it back out of the Xbox, you're like, oh shit, I better be careful not to drop this anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I ever
Like,
did, but I'll be more
never
careful.
I've never seen any other game disc do that, like a Marvel disc.
Everyone's the same.
Yeah.
Whenever you go down to like a tournament in Dublin, another person's Marvel disc will break. Bento's the latest one.
Yeah,
It's
like
the
I
same
said that to a
forever.
mate of mine. I go, here, my Marvel disc is fucked. It's all cracked the inside. He goes, yeah, mine's the same.
Yes,
But
Chunk. Hold up. Chunk has brought up a really cool question. I wish you guys would focus much more energy into the European scene and your own scene, and forget about the American scene. Okay, it's true. We have just talked wax lyrical about the American scene going on about CEO.
Lucas, haven't you seen Journal Skirmishes other episodes? It's always talking about the English scene.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
there's one dedicated to the English scene last time, wasn't it? With Chrome.
the London Marvel. I just
I was
recently
on
did
that one.
and I recently did the one with and no, funny you mention that. I am because if you watch the beginning of the show, I am actually I didn't say I'm going to be going to versus fighting this Saturday, and I'll be getting some great interviews and coverage of said scene, and hopefully I'm going to be at Lockdown in September. So
You're going to the pool.
Yep, I'm going to the pool. So don't worry, Chunkers. I definitely am going to focus some stuff into the European scene because of the fact that I do feel bad that I have literally done loads of content on CEO, and it's a case of some people. I'm glad you pointed that out. I'm going to say, well, gee, Skirmish, you're just an American fanboy, which somebody has said. So I am going to correct that and balance it out. Because I've already, like I said, so if you check out my YouTube channel, I've already got some interviews up with the London Tekken heads of Snakehead. So, like I said, I will make amends. Am I forgiven Chunkus? If he's still there, that is.
Chunkus just nods and he leaves. Just like,
He does a quick thing, does a quick question, and fucks off.
Okay.
You'll never find him in the same place twice.
Okay then, okay.
least
The other...
expected.
Okay, donate 50 quid to PayPal, like the rest of us. What else here? Oh, here we go. Proto Steel Goal. Yeah, damn, these lights are obscuring you. My question is, Lythero, do you ever think you will go out of your way and play other fighting games? I would personally enjoy you playing something like DOA.
How come Lythero was getting all these fucking questions? Where are my questions?
Beto,
I never get asked anything.
Beto, I have a question. Why won't you be quiet? Oh, there it is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do have DOA,
I do
damn!
have DOA, yeah. I got it because I really enjoyed Dead or Alive 4, but unfortunately nobody really plays Dead or Alive 5. I would have played the hell out of Dead or Alive 5 if, and only if...
A couple of us actually play it, but kind of on the slide. Like, we don't want to be caught playing it. It's like a little guilty pleasure.
I don't
For
think it's a
obvious
guilty pleasure at all. Have you seen whenever Jan Lee rams someone down a flight of stairs? That's more reason than enough. I love the
Whereas,
mostly because of
if
the
I'm playing a
environment.
game like DOA, I'm not focusing on the men, if you know what I mean.
You do realise though they are fictional.
Well, anyways, to answer the question, I would have played the hell out of Dead or Alive 5 if it allowed you to play it with two people online, which it doesn't. It used to do that for Dead or Alive 4. You used to be able to tag team against all the people online, and me and Zamfel definitely probably would have played that. But it doesn't. That feature's been taken away. So I bought the game with the intention of actually doing some videos, and I don't really feel like doing a one-man show with Dead or Alive, because I'm really bad at the game. If there's another person able to play with me at the same time, it could have at least had entertainment value, if you understand what I mean. So that'd be the reason why I don't play Dead or Alive 5.
Okay, no, fair enough. There is I mean, it's a damn shame because of distances and internet not working. But there is a
There's
dedicated.
nobody that plays it around here. Well, sorry. Well, there's a couple of people, but only a handful.
Okay, no, because there's a really small scene, but they're pretty good players. Down our way, the Grunt dude who has always been bloody formidable in that game, and I've got to redo that show with him since that magically disappeared. Twitch. Damn, Twitch did not like that episode. It was the most weirdest thing ever. It was like people that were watching the stream saw it, but it didn't archive. And for whatever weird reason, that day I decided not to hit local record because it was a case of I just noticed I wasn't even uploading any of my local records to YouTube anyway. So
Oh, do you locally record all of your channels or all of your episodes?
generally most of my episodes are on the Twitch archive. But it was that weird case of I keep forgetting to press save forever. But it was that weird phenomenon where, for whatever weird reason, people that were watching it live, they watched it live, but it didn't archive whatsoever. And I was asking around, has this ever happened? You said no. The weird thing is, the reverse happened where I was streaming and nobody said you weren't streaming, bruv. But then, funny enough, when I stopped streaming, it's archived. So, yeah,
okay.
so there's definitely some muggy bonehead business going on with Twitch. We got a cool one from Doyle. Before we're gonna have to wrap this up soon because it's past midnight, and I did say this was supposed to be an hour and a half. Doyle asked, Lythero BulbaMike, have you ever sent hate mail after losing in Marvel Online? Come on, admit it. We've all done it at least once.
Or have we ever sent
Hate mail? Hate mail.
No.
No.
Liars!
I'll tell
received
you.
it.
I'll tell you the worst that I've ever sent after Mike tells you his.
No, I mean, I never send any hate mail at all. I get a lot sometimes, but
Liar!
I just think it's unnecessary. If I'm mad at the player, I'm too salty to talk about it, so I'll just turn the Xbox off and go about my day. Jump in the canal and go about my day.
Whenever I get annoyed, I'm only ever annoyed at myself and only lasts for about 1 second. I'm always having a good time whenever I'm playing online, even if I lose. But there was one time whenever I played against someone and it said in his bio, I'm a really nice guy. I love playing video games. I love learning from other people, and I hope we have a good time. Guy picked a really, Doom. It's typical sort of missiles virtual team. Beat me, then started teabagging all over the place. And then I couldn't stop myself from saying it just says that you're a nice person in your bio. How are you a nice person? That's the worst I've ever sent. And other than that, I haven't said. So the other guy called me a faggot afterwards, of course. But other than that, that's the height of it. That's the most hate mail I've ever sent anyone.
Okay, I think we've got time for one more before we round it up, because again, it's just getting late. Yeah. Oh, here we... no, we would have had that one. What was it? Oh, here we go. From another one from Doyle. Lythero question. What type of content do you think would be the next step for the Irish scene to put out?
Oh, Jesus. Why would you ask me that?
Don't you have one of the bigger channels? Because I'm pretty sure Worst Geef does not have 11k subs.
Fighting games? It's not up to us. It's up to the developers if they can make good games. The likes of Injustice for All, that's great that it's getting so much support from the developers. So better games, better fighting games, rather than just re-releases of freaking Darkstalkers. Or we need another.
Hey, I like Darkstalkers.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Allow it, man. Allow it. That's one of my favorite series.
Capcom should have made a new one. They're promising Darkstalkers isn't dead. I don't even like the game, but I was disappointed whenever they were just we're just going to re-release another, just one of the Darkstalkers games on PSN, and it got in the top 10 charts in the sales, and they were still oh, you know what, this isn't nowhere near as good. We're never making another Darkstalkers game ever again. It's all the fans' fault. So less of that, more of proper new games for the fighting game community to make tournaments and videos about and content. That's the main thing that we need.
Skirmish, you missed a great question. Somebody in the chat asked a question for everyone. Who is your waifu?
Who's your waifu?
Oh God, do we have to answer?
Did Fergus ask that? No.
Oh, do we have to answer that? Okay. Okay, fine. It's out of Morrigan or Makoto from Blaze Blue. Actually, it could be Lilith, but probably not. Well, actually, probably not. That. Oh, damn! I admitted something. Oh crap! Oh, I can't reverse this situation. Damn! Unsub! Anyway,
Stop
sorry.
The stream.
we all know who Lee's waifu is.
It's Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. Have you not seen the image that I uploaded of that?
I think they're going to say Phoenix Wright.
No, Phoenix Wright. Oh yeah, of course, Phoenix Wright. Yeah. What's yours? Bento, what's your waifu?
You have to think about it.
I guess Cunning to Tekken. She's a girl. Come on, I'm not a fucking weirdo who sits down fucking fantasizing about fictional characters, man.
Okay. But, wow, you're breaking up.
If I had to pick one, it'd be Kunimitsu. She's my girl.
Okay, interesting.
What you got against Kunimitsu?
Oh no, I'm just trying to work out the angle. I don't have any, because again, you was...
I don't know, I think I seem to have a thing. for
Okay, I'm
female-
speechless. Never mind. Anyway, yeah. Again, it's good.
I've noticed in my fighting games, I seem to have a thing for female ninjas. I only noticed that recently. I mean, I play Kunimitsu, I play Ayane in DOA, I play Mai in KOF, I play Taki and Natsu in Soul Calibur, I play Ibuki in Street Fighter. It seems to be a thing.
Okay, fair enough. BulbaMike, do you want to answer this, or do you want to abstain?
I do not partake in any sort of thinking about such trivial matters.
Well,
What? You are a better man.
It's not like any of us do either. Yeah.
I haven't thought about it, and I never will.
What an answer.
Upstanding gentleman.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, guys, this is the end of the show. I hope it was presentable. We can forget about the opening. Damn, that I should have done that stupid. You know what? I actually got a good excuse. It's like if you actually click on this link, that will appear again right above the tournament standard time. I was doing a tutorial on how to stream with XSplit, and I actually forgot to sort of undisable the microphone part when I was doing it. So I've got an excuse, ish, sort of, kind of, not really.
Sort of.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, thank you very much to my guest and co-host. So Bento, thank you very much, brother.
Actually, Skirmish, just before I cut off, I'd like to give a few words. If
Yeah, sure, man, sure.
The website randomselect.ie, the Irish fighting game website, has recently been revitalized, if that would be the term. I mean, it's been dead for about a year, but you know, a couple of us have started posting content to the site, like myself. So if you want to check out stuff that's Irish fighting games, check out randomselect.ie.
There you go. For all your Irish FGC needs.
There we go.
Okay, excellent. But like I said, but again, thank you very much, Mike. Yo, Mike, excellent guest, man.
Thank you very much. Could I just say one thing as well?
Yeah, go, sure.
Can we please start a petition for EVO 2014 to get Tatsunoko versus Capcom on Donkey Konga bongo drums?
Oh yeah, Donkey Konga bongos. Hang on. Actually,
Oh my God! Oh, okay. Everyone's bringing their crap out now. Damn it!
Maybe I can find it somewhere.
We were talking about this last night because the Donkey Konga bongo drums are obviously just like a normal gamepad, but they're routed differently. And he was talking about last night how he was playing Soul
I mentioned
Calibur
it.
2.
Right.
Yeah,
see,
go on.
see these bongos, right? They're not just two buttons. There's actually two buttons in each bongo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I used to play Soul Calibur 2 against my brother with these Donkey Konga bongos. And if I needed to block, I'd just shout. You go, ah! And then the characters would block.
What?
You do proper combos with a Donkey Konga bongo.
Did you ever notice how,
The
ever
first thing
notice how
like,
it's always Soul Calibur 2 that people play with weird controllers? Like at fucking UFGT, they're playing Soul Calibur 2 on
Oh
DDR.
yeah, with the DDR pad. Damn.
yeah, and the first thing whenever I said that, Mike was like, can we have a tournament with TBC playing Donkey Konga bongos on the Wii? And I was like, I'm not sure. But it would be amazing to find out.
It'd be amazing. So do that.
Okay then.
That's how I play UMVC, yeah.
Oh, Dad. And yeah, and of course, Lythero, thank you very much, and thank you for that damn little ad. I really appreciate it. It captured my essence.
No problem. Thank
Even
you for
though I
that.
don't wear my beret, but just for the sake of continuity.
Yeah, I
And it's on the wrong way.
Animated. Mike, all you need now is a horse head mask.
I do have
Right.
one upstairs. I can go and get it. But,
Nah, never mind.
It's too late.
Anyway,
That continuity,
Midnight's past.
anyway, guys, it's time for the regular 895 bit. So let me just.
This is a test. This is a test. It says it on the bottom scroll bar.
I can't see